Ford here for Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. If you want a real truck that looks good and that can pull any load, do what I did. Decide the options you want and go see No Bull Bill. You'll spec out your order and agree on pricing, and then leave the rest up to Bill Fick Ford. You trust them to build the Ford truck of your dreams, and they'll trust you to buy it. No deposit required, and you still get a No Bull deal. It's buying made easy. Bill Fick Ford, your No Bull headquarters. Check them out online, BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
Hey Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for HITTSS Solutions. HITTSS Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, HITTSS Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, HITTSS Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. HITTSS Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at HITTSS.com.
When it's more than just your lawn, it deserves the Kubota Z400. Get a head-turning offer on class-leading speed, agility, simple deck height adjustments, and a quality cut. When you need comfort and performance, then you need the professional-grade Kubota Z400. Right now, get the Kubota Z400 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for 36 months. Now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop into Huntsville Truck and Tractor today, conveniently located at 2124 Highway 30 East in Huntsville, or call 936-291-8103.
COVID-19 rapid testing is available at Texpress Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms needed. So now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Limited shots are left. Not sure which test is right for you? Texpress Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments needed. Walk-ins only. Texpress Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at TexpressUrgentCare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care next to Sport Clips in Huntsville.
Why are people driving from all over Texas to Wiesner Automotive Superstore to get a real deal on all their automotive, marine, and ATV accessories? No matter what you need to take pride in your ride, we got it. Bedliners, window tint, custom bumpers, lighting, custom sound, and wraps. And now get 15% off all wheel and tire packages featuring in-house professional installation. Get 100 days, same as cash financing. Wiesner's Automotive Accessories Superstore, 3502 West Davis Street in Conroe, or WiesnerAccessories.com, making the ordinary extraordinary.
Huntsville Family Dental is accepting new patients. Experienced dentists that are focused on the community and your family helps ensure a pleasant, anxiety-comforted dental experience. Only $49 for exam and x-rays for new cash patients. Feel at home at Huntsville Family Dental. From the friendly front office to the dedicated back chair, all your questions will be answered and you will leave with a smile and comfort knowing your dental needs have been addressed. Just smile. Call Huntsville Family Dental at 295-5437. That's 295-5437.
Hello friends, I'm Rob Hipp, and here's today's inspiration. 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18 in the New Living Translation reads, "Always be joyful, never stop praying, be thankful in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you who belong to Christ Jesus." It's easy to get wrapped up in the busyness of daily life, working, taking care of kids and pets, making appointments, running errands. Busy people are usually successful, but it's not enough to satisfy. Friends, true satisfaction in life comes from Christ. Always be joyful and thankful. Thank God daily for what you have and what is to come. Pray continually. For previous messages and to share today's inspiration with a friend, visit spiritradio.fm.
All right, friends. Well, a pleasant good evening and welcome to another edition of Huntsville Hornet Football live here on
baseball.
What did I say? Football again? Come on, DJ. Man, come on. I'll just call you DJ
yes,
too, man.
That's okay.
We are about to get started here in just a few moments. We'll go down now for our country's national anthem, and then we'll set this one up for you. This is Huntsville Hornet Baseball on the road at Lufkin. We'll be back in a moment after the national anthem. Great playing of our country's national anthem. We are moments away from first pitch here on the road in Lufkin, Texas, on the campus of Lufkin High School. Beautiful new baseball facility. Their bond got passed here a couple of years ago, and you can see what it's done for this program. We're excited about it coming up in Huntsville, but today this Huntsville Hornet baseball team's got to find a way to get back on track against a very tough and capable Lufkin team, currently leading the district at 7-0. Huntsville holding on to that fourth spot. A tough task today, but I think these boys can do it. BJ, good to be with you, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is a tough game today. You know, they got a 2-game winning streak. They won 2 against Tyler. But those 2 games, they won 14-4, and then they turned around and won the next game 18-0. But Rob, those are the games that you should win, especially against the last place team in Tyler. The boys have tried hard, and they just haven't been able to come up with a win there in Tyler. So those are games you should win. This is the game that you have to win against first-place Lufkin. So our boys are got a tough task in front of them against this team, but they've been showing some great signs. And last time we've got Jackson Batten on the bump tonight. Last time we saw him was against White House, and he pitched a great game to keep us in that game. So looking forward to Jackson pitching against these Lufkin Panthers tonight.
Well, again, let us know you're out there. We'd love to hear from you here today. Let us know where you're listening from, who you're cheering on. And, of course, as always, we'll get to those as this game goes on. Bebo Hinojosa will get the start on the bump here for Lufkin as we set up that Lufkin defense for you. Jaden Grigskin, the catcher tonight. Hunter Ditzworth over at first. Gavin Del Toro at second. And then it's Mark Rakenya over at third. Cooper Knight is the shortstop. And then from left to right, it's Caleb Hillis, Christian Mumphrey, and Chip Buchanan for your Huntsville Hornets on the road tonight. Coming off 2 games in a row and victories, trying to keep that streak alive against this district-leading Lufkin Panther team. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. It's the first baseman, Hagen Harris, followed by center fielder Caleb Cotton, and then the second baseman, Mason Monharis. We had a chance earlier to say hello to Caleb's father, Mario, always out here, of course, supporting his kiddos, and just a great man, as so many are in our community, and just honored as always to see those folks and many others. We talked to Terry Molness and Brandy a little bit ago. Miss Jennifer is here cheering on Travis, her son. I just love it, man. This is what baseball is all about.
Oh, you got to love seeing these parents of my wife, Holly, and I. We've gotten to see these boys grow up, and with our own son being a junior at Huntsville High School, we actually, when they were younger, played a lot of baseball together. So we know a lot of these families, and watching them come cheer on their kids, that's a big deal. So we always love to get here and cheer on our boys, too. We feel like they're ours, too.
Hagen Harris and the Huntsville Hornets in their road gray jerseys, the pants in gray with that one stripe of green on either pant leg, numbers in green outlined in white. And a first pitch about to get underway here at 6:59 p.m. The right-handed pitch is on the way, and it's a swing and a miss on the first offering. 0-1 early count to get started for Hagen Harris. And Harris playing in his 16th game. His 57th plate appearance, at bat 43 times. He averages .326, and we'll pop this one up foul off that third baseline and maybe into a little practice facility over there, and it's an early 0-2 count.
Yeah, they have a really nice bullpen over there. I noticed, Rob and I noticed as we were walking in, beautiful area for the pitchers to get warmed up. It's just a great facility overall.
Here's Hinojosa's 0-2 pitch on the way. This one to the outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on the third pitch.
Yeah, Hagen up there, to bat there. He's one of our 7 returning starters from last year, so hopefully he can get on tonight.
Here's the fourth pitch. This one will flop over to second. The throw to first in time from Del Toro to Ditzworth. And we are 1 up, 1 down. You know, we talk so much about batting average, and Harris, though, does a great job getting on base, almost 500 this season at .482, but not able to reach there. We'll go second in the order, the center fielder, Caleb Cotton.
Yeah, and that was a pitcher was able to slow that down a little bit. I'm glad he was able to get out of the way and not get hurt on that one, but he slowed it down so that they were able to pick that up and throw that over to first. You would have loved to see that go up the middle.
Left-handed batter here, Caleb Cotton. First pitch across for the strike. 1-1 early count here. Cotton, we talk so much about just how fast he is. Man, if he can get a hit here, this young man puts on the speed. Here's the next right-handed pitch on the way. This one fouled to the net of the backstop. The early count 0-2 on Caleb Cotton.
Yeah, this kid's just got speed. Anywhere in the infield, he's going to be burning it down the line, and the infielders better be ready to come up throwing because he's going to be ready to get down the line and get to first.
80 plate appearances this season. Here's the 0-2. This one swung on and missed here, and then the tag out because the catcher dropped it, and we are 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, Caleb Cotton again, and another one of those 7 returning starters. He's a senior this year, carried a .411 batting average last year, and was named District Offensive MVP. So, no, for him, he wanted to have a better start than that. But, hey, it's early, and he's got some more at-bats.
Go to a right-handed batter now, Mason Monjaras. He's on base at 526. This one will pop up into the air. Third baseman, Rakenya, going to make the grab. No, he dropped it. That was a tough one in his left glove. He was just in front of his own dugout there, and that's the one where you got to look up, and it just popped out of his glove. Tough break there for the Panthers.
Yeah, and he had to travel a long way to get that one. Just lost it up in the sky and came down, was unable to grab hold of it. Catcher didn't even know where it was either, so third baseman had the best play on it, but just couldn't get a glove on it, get it to stick in his glove.
We were watching the JV game earlier, BJ, and those foul balls will fly over here in our direction. We may catch one tonight, so be careful.
Yeah, if only they still gave out snow cones.
Yeah, we need that. Here's the 0-1 from Hinojosa. On its way, this one. Took a little flop over here to second, and the grab made easily by Del Toro, and it's 3 up, 3 down to get things started. We'll step aside and take a break. We're through half an inning, bottom of the first coming up. When we come back, stay with us. From the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, this is KSAM Sports.
This is Rob Hipp for HITTSS Solutions. HITTSS Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, HITTSS Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, HITTSS Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. HITTSS Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at HITTSS.com.
A beautiful warm afternoon here at Lufkin High School at the Lufkin Baseball Park. I'm Rob Hipp alongside BJ McMichael. We are through half an inning, bottom of the first coming up. Huntsville, no score in the top to get things started. And on the mound, it's action. Jackson Patton. BJ, he's never the last one.
Never the last one. And again, like I said, we pitched well against White House. You want to see that same type of effort tonight, especially in the top of the first, not getting anything on the base path. It's up to Jackson to let his team know, hey, I've got you out here in the field, and get these Lufkin batters out. Great kid. I love just his attitude about going out there. I know the game, the start that he had against White House, he told me he was a little nervous. And I know tonight going against a first-place team like Lufkin, there's probably a little nerves out there, but this kid's always ready to go.
5.38 ERA on the season. He has pitched in 13 innings in 5 games. Started one of those games, his second start of the season here, where he's faced 70 batters. And 0-2 this season. Be a nice opportunity here for him to pick up the win. He's allowed 13 runs on 13 hits. 10 of those runs were earned. Again, it is Jackson Patton on the bump here to get things started for Huntsville on the defensive side. Nolan Hunt is the catcher tonight. Over at first base is Hagen Harris. Mason Monjaras over at second. Bon Shelley at third. Colin Sanders holding it at short here tonight. And then from left to right, it's Travis Tester, whose mom Jennifer is here. And she said a while ago, Trey Tester, if you're still awake, say hello. So she's sending a message out there to her family. Caleb Cotton over at center, and Cooper Molness over at right. And leading off here for the Panthers of Lufkin, we'll start with the right fielder, Chip Buchanan, followed by second in the order, the shortstop, Cooper Knight. And then it's Sam Flores, the designated hitter. Just moments away from the first bat that we have seen tonight by Lufkin.
Yeah, I guarantee you this Huntsville team knows how big this game is. One game separating them from fifth, and also one game separating them from third. So winning some of these games here, especially against a tough team like Lufkin, it's a big deal. So these guys, I think, are ready.
Here's the first pitch from Patton off the right hand. This one drops in. It's a strike across the plate. The early count 0-1.
It's a great way to start off there by Jackson. Had him looking, had him taking all the way, but made sure that he got it right in that strike zone and got the called strike.
Just glad we have a crowd mic tonight. I called the Sam game the other night, didn't have crowd noise. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Second one from Patton. This one, boy, it looked like it was in the zone, but a little bit too far to the outside and low, even us up at 1-1.
Is that where you is that the time when you got to be ready to bring crowd noises in the booth with you and you just got to play sound effects?
Yeah, man, I want to do an old Ronald Reagan broadcast where you call the game off the ticker, you know?
Yeah. It hit the wood sticks together.
Yeah,
when it
man.
hit. Yeah.
Use the old washboard, get things going. Here's the 1-1 from Batten. This one swung on, chop foul to the backstop. It's 1-2.
Yeah, I like it. Jackson's attacking that strike zone. He's not wanting to give them anything really that they can turn on, but he is attacking it to where getting ahead of the count. That's going to be big during this game. You don't want to give up any free passes, and you want to get ahead in the count.
Corners here at Lufkin Ballpark at 325. The power alleys at 380. I would say that straightaways probably close to 400 unless that's a straight diagonal across. Here's the 1-2 on the way, high to the inside, and that'll even us at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's a beautiful facility, all turf fields. Even like some in their stands, they have places where you can bring your own chair and set it up. So pretty interesting. Kind of maybe taking some notes for the complex there in Huntsville.
Some notes and photos. Here's the 2-2, 5th pitch on the way. This one to the outside. We've got a full count here on the first batter, Chip Buchanan.
Yeah, Jackson wanted that one. That was a good placement on that pitch. Umpire just didn't like it. Looked maybe a tad bit outside. Jackson's got to come back and get him in a 3-2 count.
Still a little bit of shade out there near left. And over to right field, but the sun is setting quickly. Here's the payoff pitch on the way. This one will line over to center to Cotton. That's a base hit and a leadoff single for Chip Buchanan.
Yeah, he just lined up on that one. Sent it right back up the middle to Caleb. Caleb, all he could do is let it bounce in front of him, field it, and get it back into the infield. So they got the first runner on. Actually, second batter. No, first runner on.
Mike Eggins joining us, by the way, out of Casey, South Carolina. Join the broadcast. Appreciate you, Mike. Thanks for joining us. We go second in the order. The shortstop, Cooper Knight, left-handed batter from the right pitch of Batten, trying to place that bunt. Bunchella using the speed. The throw to first.
Yep.
In time, baby, and we're 1 away. The runner, Buchanan, will advance over to second, but a good job out there by Bunchella, able to track that one down over at third and make the dart of a throw to first.
Yeah, that was good. Hagan made sure to look, and the runner was rounding second to go to third, but they covered third. But they covered the third base bag for make sure that he was unable to advance. So they advanced the runner to second, but made sure he didn't get to third.
That's what they wanted to do. That'll put him in scoring position as Chip Buchanan now. That'll bring up third in the order, the designated hitter, Sam Flores. Another lefty here. That left foot right down into the lower corner of that left batter box. Here's the pitch on the way to the outside. 1-0 early count. I was about to say a tongue twister there, BJ.
Yeah, they had the out up there earlier. They were like giving us an out early on. They just left it, so.
I feel like deleting it, yeah.
Hey, we got some home cooking early, and we're the visiting team. But
here's the 1-0. This time and again to the outside. A little off-speed pitch, bring it 2 balls and no strikes. Speaking of tongue twister, I knew a family back in the day in my IT days. It was Bob Bitter and Betty Bitter. And we made up, it was, we'd call them and say, is this Bob Bitter or Betty Bitter? 2-0 count. We're just having fun. Real names, though. Here's 2-0. This one swung on, hitting to that net. Boy, that was just right under the top of that net. If that thing would have popped off, somebody may have had an opportunity to catch that on a reflection. The count now at 2-1.
Yeah, but like you were saying earlier, there's no poles holding these right here up in front of the spectators. They're kind of pushed. They're kind of pulled off to the back, pulling the net. So really unobstructed view.
Here's a 2-1 pitch. Boy, that one looked like it dropped in. Of course, we're kind of at an awkward angle here, diagonal, and it was a ball, 3-1.
Yeah, got a tight strike zone right now for the umpire. Not really giving them too much on the inside or down towards the bottom of the strike zone.
Bottom of the first we are, 3-1 count, no score. Runner on second is Chip Buchanan for Lufkin. We're 1 away. Jackson Batten on the mound here for the Hornets. He'll kick up his left leg, right-handed pitch. This one swung hard, foul it goes, and well beyond the bullpen and that beautiful training facility over there. You can see that it's covered training facility.
Covered batting cages.
Yeah, covered batting cages.
Nice over there, especially if you get a lot of rain and you can still practice. That's going to be a hopefully great addition in our field in Huntsville too.
So for the second batsman, payoff pitch on the way. This one swung on. He'll stay alive. Again, going near those batting cages. I was looking for the word, and I couldn't think of batting cage, so I said your training facility.
Well, you're probably still thinking football, so.
Yeah. Welcome into tonight's football broadcast. Thanks for joining us. Count remains 3-2, 1 away here. Runner on second for Lufkin is Chip Buchanan. No score, bottom of the first we are. Thanks for joining us here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Here's the next pitch. And I guess he reached on a walk. I mean, the umpire made an indication that I thought it was a strike.
No, he may have just motioned over and said he needed some more baseballs because they fouled so many off there. So,
I mean, I thought I saw his arm go back. I didn't hear anything. And it is a reach on a walk there by Sam Flores. So now runners on 1 and 2. Still one out here in the bottom of the first, no score. And that'll take us cleaning up to the pitcher, Bebo Hinojosa. Right-handed batter. Here's the swing on.
Double play.
Over to short, trying to make the double play. Tag is there at second. No, he didn't make it. He stepped off the bag. Is that right?
Yeah. No, he got the out at second.
He got the out at second, but could not complete the double play over at first.
Yeah, but at least you're getting the ball, getting it out there. Especially runners on first and second, you want to make sure as a second baseman you get that for sure out at second because you want to get this third out before they get a run in. So it was a good job by Colin and Mason there to make sure to get that out at second.
So Colin Sanders with the throw, and Hinojosa will reach on the fielder's choice over to first. Fifth in the order, the third baseman, Mark Requena. The left-handed batter here for the Panthers. He'll step into the box, taps the bat on home plate. His ritual's complete, and now batting set to deliver. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the first delivery. The early count 0-1.
There you go. Jackson just, got 2 outs now. You got, force at second, force at first. You're just looking for a ground ball here to try to get out of this inning.
Little throw over there to first. Yeah, I'm keeping him honest. And so Batten here pitching, of course, from the stretch. 0-1 count with runners in the hot corners at 1 and 3.
Yeah, just to keep him honest pitch over there. You don't want that runner at first getting a lead and taking the force out.
Here's the 0-1. That is a base hit and a run scored. So an RBI single will bring in Chip Buchanan, and Requena cooking the stakes here for the Panthers early.
He just squared up on that. That young man just squared up on it, sent it into right field, right in front of Cooper Molness. All Cooper could do was get to it, come up throwing, get it to the infield, keep the runners right there at first and second.
That brings up 6 in the order, the first baseman, Hunter Ditsworth. Right-handed batter here for the Panthers.
Yes, Ditsworth is one of their 4 returning starters from their last year's by-district finalist team.
High pitch here, called ball, too high to the inside, 1-0. Get things started for Ditsworth. So again, this Lufkin Panthers team trying to solidify their stay at the top of district action at 7-0 this season. Here's a 1-0 pitch. This one swung on hard over center. Cotton trying to make the run down. This one is just in front of that big wall, and that's going to score. And as fast as Cotton is, even he couldn't get to that one. It was beautifully placed, and that'll score 2. So it is a 2 RBI stand-up double for Ditsworth.
Yeah, he just got a hold of that one, sent it to the deepest part of the park in center field. Nothing Caleb could do to that. He was trying to get there and get under it, find the wall before, but that was just a shot. I mean, you just got to give it to that young man for just driving it to center field.
And that thing was just shy from going over, too. I mean, you give that thing another 2 feet, and it could have went over, and that's a pretty tall wall out there. So we'll go here, 7th in the order, Gavin Del Toro. Here's the pitch. 1-0 count. Pollen's starting to blow around up here tonight. Boy, everything is covered with it here in East Texas. We got the worms in Central Texas that kind of droop out of the trees. It's the pollen here. We have cedar, though, in Central Texas. That's always pretty rough.
Cedar always gets me, that mountain cedar.
Here's the second pitch. This one, foul tip. 1-1 even count.
Yeah, we need one of those hard rains to come in and knock it all out of the trees down there in Huntsville.
We had some rain a week ago. The rain showers and those severe thunderstorms were just to our north last night. Just a little bit of rain came through, but not really much to amount to anything. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Lufkin leads 3-0 here as we're underway in the bottom of the first. They're on their home diamond here tonight. Jackson Batten keeping an eye over at second. Here's the pitch. Too high to the inside, 2-1.
Yeah, and you hate to see them getting 3 on the board, especially in the bottom of the first. but Lufkin is just hitting the ball, seeing the ball really well and hitting it. And that's the part for the Hornets, not giving up those big innings. But at least this isn't happening because of errors. It's happening because Lufkin, they're earning it. They're getting their swings in.
Here's a 2-1 pitch. This one swung on at the back of the net behind home plate. 2-2, even them up.
If it's one thing to just be battling, it's one thing to give up runs. It's another thing to just have the other team swinging at the ball, finding the open spaces out there in the outfield. So as a team, you just got to be ready to get that third out and come up and do the same thing.
Here's that 2-2 pitch now. That offering hits him, and the tattoo shop has opened up here. All of this damage, by the way, happening in 2-out territory, and that will put Del Toro over there with runners now on 1 and 2.
Yeah, Jackson would like to have that one back, especially at a 3-2 count. You definitely don't want to give up a hits batter. You want to put it somewhere to kind of tempt them to swing at it, put a ball in play. Jackson, of course, would love to have that one back.
I'll bring up 8th in the order, the left fielder, Caleb HITTSS, right-handed batter. From the stretch here, the pitch goes. This one popped up, BJ. It's probably going to sail over the net here. No, it was right in front of the net. And the catcher there, Nolan Hunt, almost had a good grab, but that was a tough one. It kind of fell down and dropped off the front of the net there.
Yeah, and after it hits that net, it is a foul ball. So he got over there to it, but just hit the net before it could fall down into his glove.
I mean, that thing just hit the top of that net, too.
Yeah. Made a great play to get over there, even to get in the vicinity of that ball.
Runners remain on 1 and 2. 0-1 pitch on the way from Batten. This one low inside. Little curveball just out of the zone. 1-1. Again, I want to welcome you to the broadcast. Not even if you're a Lufkin Panthers fan, we want to welcome you in. Thanks for joining us here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Miss Holly McMichael joining us.
Yes, she's a big Jackson fan, so she's cheering him on.
Here's the 1-1. Boy, that one went close there. No cigar. 2-1.
Yeah, and that's tough right there because Jackson's made some of those pitches that were close. Could have been gone either way. Of course, as a Hornet, we'd want it to go our way. Could have helped us get out of this inning a little bit better. Less than 3 runs, but Jackson's still battling up there.
Down here with that runner over at first. Pitcher from the stretch. Here it is on the way. This one popped up. Will go behind the press box, and some kiddos kind of ducking out of the way. That one took a bounce right on the concrete and over the fence, and to grandmother's house it went.
Looks like some of them know how to go get it because you had some turn one way to get it past the fence over there.
Got Lufkin Creek behind us back there, a little runoff creek. So we're here again at a 2-2 count now. We saw that on Del Toro. He was hit by a pitch. Caleb HITTSS at bat here for Lufkin, trying to load up the bases or more. Batten trying to work out of it. Here's the pitch, high to the upstairs, and that'll take us to a full count at 3-2. And that is the third batsman here that has faced a full count. And it's all happening here in the bottom of the first.
I tell you, you can hear the echoes here off the wall because I can hear the Lufkin bench cheering on their team, and it feels like they're right here next to us.
Yeah. I love the acoustics and just how everything was designed here. Here's Batten's payoff on the way. Runners take off. This one swung on, hit into the net. The at-bat stays alive here for Caleb HITTSS.
Yeah, HITTSS just trying to stay in there, just trying to foul that one off so he can see one more pitch from Jackson Batten. And so got to give him credit, battling up there for his team.
Batten taking some time. Now he'll step onto the rubber. That right foot is on it. Holding the ball behind his back, now places it in his left glove, looks over to second base, kicks up the left leg, the right-handed pitch. This one laced off of Bun Shelley's glove, and that one may score, and it does. And I'm going to call that, at the college level they would air that one. I'm going to say that's a hard hit. That would have been a tough one for Bun Shelley. We'll call it a hit.
Yeah, he'd tell you he should come up with it, but that was laced down there, and he was playing in on the grass a little bit.
So that is an RBI single for HITTSS. That scores Ditzworth. And we are one away from batting around now. Del Toro will advance all the way over to third. He got on by Hipp pitch just a little bit ago. We'll go bottom of the order, the center fielder, Christian Mumphrey. It's 4-0 Lufkin. Again, a lot of this damage happening in 2-out territory. Here's the first pitch on the way to the left-handed batter. That one to the outside, 1-0 count.
Yeah, you want to see Jackson at least get out of this inning here. Try to get Mumphrey out, 9-hole hitter, just to get some type of encouragement from this inning.
Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed into the backstop to even us at 1-1.
Yeah, the good thing is you got force second or first, so anything in play, you're looking to get that force out for your pitcher up there on the mound.
Got some skaters floating around up here. BJ, be careful.
Just tell you, like we talked about before, Crosby has some of the biggest mosquitoes I've ever seen.
Here's a 1-1 runner trying to steal over to second. The throw is over there, and he's in plenty of time now. Runner going to try to come in and score. He gets away from the catcher, and that one will be an error. An error there will bring in Del Toro. I'm going to call it an error.
Yes.
And that error, who do you credit that one to? Do you go to Hunt or do you go? Would have been tough. It was.
I would say
the throw
was
wasn't right there.
Yeah, most likely on the throw.
Who threw that? Was that Monhars?
Sanders.
Yeah, it was Colin Sanders over to short. So we'll put it as an E6 on the score by Del Toro. And that will advance HITTSS all the way over to third. He stole over to second, then advanced to third. Here's a swing and a foul ball here off that third base side. Bring the count 1-2 on Mumphrey.
Yeah, it was a good play. So Colin cut off the throw to second because I figured the runner at third would be trying to advance home. Just couldn't get the throw there. Bounced it to the catcher.
Here's the next pitch on the way. This one chopped over right into the Batten's area. He'll toss it over to first, and the damage has finally come to an end here on that Jackson Batten throw to Harris to complete the out. But, man, a lot to go over here as Lufkin scores 5 runs in the opening frame. In the bottom of the first, they get those 5 runs. 2, 3 on 4 hits. There were 2 errors in that inning. Is that right? Or just one error?
Just one.
Just one error.
Yeah, because that one to Bunn, that was a hit. That was a rip down the third baseline.
So just one error and 1 left on. We'll step aside and take a break. We're through 1. Huntsville's got their work cut out for them as we go to the top of the second in a few moments. Stay with us. Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. This is KCM Sports. All right, we'll get back at it here. Top of the second inning getting underway. Huntsville trailing 5-0. Thanks for joining us here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. We'll go to the heart of the order. It's 4, 5, and 6. The pitcher Jackson Batten leading off. Travis Tester is on deck, the left fielder. Then followed behind him, the designated hitter Luke Durham. Bebo Hinojosa, only 9 pitches so far. Here's the 10th one on the way, and it's a swing and a miss by Batten. 36 pitches in that first inning for Jackson Batten. And, if he steps up to bat here, he may be a little tired after all that pitching.
He might be, but, he just wants to try to scratch back a little bit and get a hit.
Here's the 0-1. He may get it. Nope, this one's going to drop over to short. Man, that thing was just in the reach of the right glove. Cooper Knight hauled that one in on the second pitch, and we're 1 away.
Yeah, he's shading a little bit over, left more than normally. A shortstop with a left-handed batter would be up there, and then just kind of died into his glove there. Jackson put a good swing on it, though.
Take us down to Travis Tester, 5th in the order. Right-handed batter, first pitch. Fastball across the plate, looked at it for the strike.
He was bringing it on that one. That had to be all of the 80s.
Here's the 0-1. Boy, that one dropped in on a strike, 0-2. Same pitch as last time, maybe a little bit slower.
Some of those pitches Jackson threw looked like that and got called a ball.
quickly in rhythm. The third pitch on the way here. And this one chopped over the third base, trying to beat this one out.
He touched it.
And he'll get there over to first. He could have advanced over to second, but he was just trying to run through it. So he will hold it there at first. That would have been kind of a hard one to pull in. We'll call it a hit for Travis Tester.
Yeah, and some of those who may be watching at home, he touched it in fair territory, and then it bounced foul, so that is a fair ball. Even though it went out before the third base bag, your third baseman touched it in fair territory, so it stays a fair ball and get a bat runner on.
Well, they didn't give him a hit on that. I did. Across the plate here. Ball called here on Luke Durham. I'd give him a ball. I mean, that was a hard one. You're having to chase that down the line.
Yeah, that was a high bouncing. He had to wait for it to come down. He would have had to make a perfect throw on that to get him out at first.
There's a 1-0 to Luke, designated hitter. This one goes off the third base line and foul ball. Even us up and one across the board. Once again, let us know you're out there joining us tonight. Quite a few people joining us throughout the social media feeds here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Let us know where you're listening from, who you're cheering on. We'll get to those messages throughout this game. Hinojosa. Here's the pitch.
Oh, that's a late time, granted.
Yeah, very late. I mean, right before that pitch came across, as Luke Durham called it. I mean, just right at the moment.
Well, Luke called it in perfect timing. It took a while for the umpire to grant it to him.
Pick attempt over there at first. The runner's safe. So, again, over there at first as Travis Tester reached on that single just moments ago. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Huntsville trailing 5-0 here on the road at Lufkin tonight. Lights just now starting to come on. Here's the 1-1 to the outside. 2-1. Good eye there by Luke Durham.
That was good eye by Luke. All right now with a 5-0, you're just trying to get base runners. You can't get 5 runs in one swing, so Luke's just wanting to try to follow up and get on the base however he can.
Here's a 2-1. Too low to the outside. 3-1.
That's
Durham,
a good take.
Nice count here.
Yeah, it was a really good take by Luke because after getting a strike called early, that was close. Jackson was not getting those pitches as strikes, and so to lay off that one and get that one called ball, that was a good take.
Luke Durham on a 3-1 pitch. This one way foul off that first base line. That one will drop over the fence. That'll take us to a full count at 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2 full count. He's got to protect the plate. Even if he thinks it's close and maybe just foul it off so he can see another pitch, he's got to protect that plate to try to get on the base.
And Hinojosa taking some time here. Well, throw and barely safe was Travis.
Yeah, he's leaning a little bit towards second. He got back in time.
Luke Durham, 59th plate appearance in 18 games, hitting .306. He's on base at .379 this season. Here's the payoff. And this one again over to right. We'll see if it's catchable in foul territory. And it is. Man, nice run down there by Chip Buchanan to catch that one in foul territory in right field.
That really was a good play by that young man. Got over to it, was able to haul it in, get over there close to the fence and haul it in. Had to run a long way for it, but he was able to get there.
That'll bring us down 8th in the order. The catcher. Wait a minute. That's number 2. Oh, I had it messed up. It's Colin Sanders, 7th in the order. Sanders trying to lace this one. Will go over to short and a quick little unassisted tag on the force for the third and final out there. And that will do it. So unfortunately for the Hornets, no runs. They do get that one hit, no errors. They leave one left on base. And we are through 1.5. Bottom of the second coming up. Stay with us. Lufkin back at bat. When we come back, they've got the lead 5-0.
Kubota products provide the horsepower, versatility, and dependability to get the job done right. But that doesn't mean you can cut corners on your regular routine maintenance. Keep your equipment running smooth by bringing your Kubota mower, subcompact tractor, or Hay Series tractors into Huntsville Truck and Tractor for a tune-up or oil change today. Call one of our experts for any questions about your Kubota products or stop by Huntsville Truck and Tractor today, conveniently located at 2124 Highway 30 East in Huntsville, or call us at 936-291-8103 to keep your Kubota running strong.
Spring into action and get a real deal at Wiesner Pre-Owned in Conroe. We have the right car at the right price right now. Over 200 to choose from. We offer quality Carfax assured vehicles, each with Wiesner's 129-point vehicle inspection. Prefer certified? GMC and Hyundai vehicles are all in stock and priced to sell. Buy for less at Wiesner Pre-Owned. Your next vehicle is here. 8 minutes from the Woodlands, exit 87B Wilson Road in Conroe, or WiesnerBuickGMC.com. Spring into action today.
All right, friends, back at it. Rob Hipp with BJ McMichael. Thanks for joining us on the road in Lufkin, Texas tonight. So we went a little north and east. Lufkin entering top in the district, 7-0. Huntsville finding himself in a hole here, trailing 5-0. Lufkin back at bat here as we get things underway in the bottom of the second. We batted around and go to Chip Buchanan here. Went through all 9 in that burst on 37 pitches. Jackson batting on that 37 pitch right there. That one got the corner for the strike, 0-1.
Yeah, you just got to kind of wipe that bottom of the first out of your mind. As a Hornet team, Jackson's got to come back out there. You just got to get these guys out right here so he gives his offense a chance to come back out and scratch away a little bit at that lead.
0-1 pitch. This one popped up over to right, and it may be catchable. Almost. It was a good effort back there by... Who was that, Hagen Harris?
Yeah.
First baseman almost had a grab. That one just went over the fence in foul territory off that first base side. And the count here on Chip Buchanan, 0-2.
Had his glove right at the top of the fence, and it just out of reach for Hagen over there. But he got over to the fence. He did what you're supposed to do. Get over, find the fence, track the ball, see if you can still get it.
Our good friend and county commissioner, Walker County, Bill Doggett, joining us in the booth. Good to see you, Bill. Had a great time at the Rotary Wine Quest last weekend. Raised a lot of funds, scholarship funds. Appreciate the community. Here's the 0-2. This one, boy, that one right up right field. I mean, he just hit that one. And a leadoff single for Chip Buchanan. He has now done that twice, where he did it back in the first. That was on a payoff pitch. He singled, eventually came around and scored. And now has done it again. So back-to-back hits for Chip Buchanan. Cooper Knight up now. He is 0 for 1 as he grounded one over to second back in the first.
Yeah, he hit that one just like he hit it in the first. Just hit a shot to right field like he hit a shot to center in the first. Just bounced in front of your outfielders. All they could do is get the ball back in.
Cooper Knight, left-handed batter, right-handed pitching of action batting. He'll zing this one over to right. That's another base hit. And runners will remain at 1 and 2. So it's back-to-back hits now, and the 6th hit of the evening for the Panthers.
Yeah, I would imagine the leash is short here for Jackson after giving up your first 2 base hits. You can't really see the bullpen down there to see if anybody's warming up.
That's a hidden bullpen over there. That'll take us down now to Sam Flores. He reached on a walk and then was out for this second out back in the first. First pitch on the way, looked at it as it went too far to the outside for the ball, 1-0 count here on Flores.
Yeah, and after that second out, they just went on a little 2-out rally to get their runs in the bottom of the first. So you definitely want to keep that lead at 5. You don't want to go in anymore.
Here's Batten's 1-0 from the right hand. A hard hit foul off the third base line. That one will go over the batting cages and hit a cat over there. Did you hear that?
Little sound effects.
And poor cat. Pretty sure if a ball hit a cat like that, it would not be meowing.
I would just want to know how they got a microphone on a cat to be still on a cat because you really can't get cats to do anything. They're like, no. It's kind of like a teenager. No. That's what my wife and I. When they're teenager age, they're like cats.
Here's the 1-1 high and outside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Because all you hear is no. It kind of sounds like a meow.
I haven't hit that yet. I've got what? What do I got, man?
Right
9
now,
years?
right now yours is is a puppy dog. In those early ages, they're like puppy dogs. Yes, yes, yes. And then when they get older, it's like, no. It sounds like a cat.
Batting on the 2-1, runners on 1 and 2.
That's down.
This one is down. Oh, man, just right there on right field. That'll score at least 1, I would think 2. Rounding, nope, they're going to hold him up over. And so that is a stand-up RBI double for Sam Flores.
Yeah, Flores just turned on it, got him an inside pitch, drove it down the line. It was about a foot or two from being fouled, but you kind of knew it off the bat that was going to find the grass out there in the outfield. Young man just put a good swing on the ball and just had to react to it.
Well, it's kind of deja vu all over again because here we are, except no outs here, really. Earlier it was the 2-out rally, but here no outs, 6-0. Runners now on 2 and 3. Cooper Knight over at third, and Flores, after the stand-up RBI double moments ago, he's over at second. First pitch on the way here to Hinojosa is out of his reach for a ball. Hinojosa reached on the fielder's choice, eventually came around and scored on that Ditsworth 2 RBI double back in the first inning.
Yeah, and your defense for the Hornets are set up to cut the run down at home plate. They're playing, all the infielders are playing up on the grass, trying not to let this lead get too far ahead of them.
Here's a 1-0 pitch. Well, that one dropped in the zone for the strike. There's a 1-1. Beautiful pitch there.
Yeah, he's thrown a couple of those in there. He's not gotten the call on some of those in the first inning, I believe, would have got him out of some trouble if some of those that were called strike for Lufkin would have been called there for Huntsville, but found the strike zone there.
Boy, 45 pitches already for Batten. Here's the next one. This one laced over to Bun Shelley, gets out of his hand, and that's an error on Bun.
Yeah.
That one he should have gotten, and unfortunately couldn't come down on it. And so Hinojosa will reach on the error by third baseman Bun Shelley. So now bases are loaded. Ducks on the pond here. Quackity quack for the Lufkin Panthers.
Yeah,
and they're going to do a little, got a pinch runner coming in here. So Hinojosa has Kovar coming in to pinch run for him. You may want to double check that for me. Number 11, BJ. I believe it's Kovar.
Yes, it is Kovar.
So it's Kovar over at first, Flores over at second, and Knight over at third. And here comes Coach Jennings. I've not seen an indication from an umpire yet of a pitching change.
Looks like you have Kinzer, Dalton Kinzer warming up in the bullpen.
I think that may do it. I just saw Coach Jennings glance over, and that will do it. So I think that's going to be it for Jackson Batten. We'll have the next pitcher when we come back. Stay with us, friends. We'll be right back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Doesn't have to be an unpleasant experience. The dentists at Huntsville Family Dental specialize in a wide variety of dental services, including implants, fillings, crowns, veneers, and more. Feel at home and have your anxiety comforted. Dental health is important. Don't allow tooth pain to turn into something much more serious. Give the family-friendly team at Huntsville Family Dental a call today at 295-5437. That's Huntsville Family Dental, 295-5437. All right, friends, back at it here. Dalton Kinzer, right-handed pitcher for the Hornets, getting those warm-up pitches on the mound right now. He has pitched in 3 2/3 innings this season in 5 games, where he has faced 21 batters, thrown 60 pitches so far. No wins or losses credited to him yet. He has allowed 4 runs on 8 hits this season. 6 of those runs were earned. He has walked 4 and sent 1 to the tattoo shop. 11.45 ERA. Again, Dalton Kinzer on the mound now for your Huntsville Hornets. Jackson Batten will finish up in 1 inning where he pitched 46 times. Still no outs, though, and he is responsible for all 3 that are loaded up on the bases right now. Mark Raquena
is now batting here 5th in the order, Requena, the third baseman, where he had that RBI single, then came around and scored on the Hunter Ditzwar 2 RBI double back in the first. Now here is the first pitch. This one over to right line to the glove of Molness. And that should score at least one on the sacrifice fly out to right field. So that is an RBI. Cooper Knight will come in and score.
Yeah, Cooper played that one good. All he could do was get it and get the ball back in the infield. It was going to be deep enough to score that runner from third base, but, you got to give it up for Jackson. Jackson had a rough outing tonight. Personally, I don't think he didn't get some of the calls behind the plate, but Lufkin just came out to hit, and they just hit him. They were seeing the ball pretty well against him tonight.
Pitch on the way, and 2 stolen bases here as Kovar, who is running for Hinojosa, stole over to second, and then Flores over to third. Still looking for that first pitch here for Kinser. That one out of the reach, or the second pitch, 1-1 on Ditzworth.
Yeah, he came out and got the first out, hit a deep fly ball. Definitely want to keep runners right there at second and third to have any chance of getting back at this ball game. So you got your defense for the Hornets playing up on the grass again.
The 1-1, boy, that one's over the head. A little duck action going on there to bring it to 2-1. You've got to duck under that one, or it's going to be a smack daddy to that left ear hole.
Yeah.
WWE was in Arlington the other night,
It was going to be the smackdown on that one.
Did not need another WWE. That, by the way, was the largest attended wrestling match ever in the history of the WWE.
Probably because they hadn't got to really have one, really, because of COVID.
2-1 foul. This one will go way up high. Don't hit that LED light, young man.
Yeah, these LED lights are interesting. They're facing down. I was looking at it, and normally you see the lights as they're kind of facing out. These look like they're directed and facing down. It's interesting to see these lights.
Runners on second and third for Lufkin. 1 out, leading 7-0 here in the bottom of the second. Kinser's pitch on the way. This one also foul. That one lined just into the net right above the Panther dugout. Keeps it at 2-2. A lot of that, too, the way that they're designing these lights now is so effective because there's something known as light pollution. Of course, if you're in a big city like Houston or Austin, you don't see the stars at night when you're downtown. These type of lights really help eliminate that light pollution from the lights actually going up in the air. Boy, and that one on a wild pitch will score a run. I mean, that one must have got out of his hand. It dropped halfway between the mound and the plate. You don't see too many of those. You know that one got out of the hand of Kinser, and on a wild pitch, that will score Flores.
Yeah, that was definitely a wild pitch. Didn't even come close. Bounced way outside of the – hit almost in the other batter's box, left-handed batter's box.
It's Kovar advancing over to third. It's 3-2 here on Ditzworth. Payoff pitch on the way to him. This one popped up. And Monjaras trying to track it down. It's going to that Bermuda Triangle. And, man, making the grab out there was Sanders, who ran over at the last moment and grabbed that one. We talk about that little Bermuda Triangle area out there. Great communication by Colin Sanders and Monjaras. Also Caleb Cotton coming up. And at the last moment, handed it off to Sanders, and he got the grab.
Yeah, that was in no man's land there for a little bit until Colin got in there. That was going to be a tough play for Caleb to come in and make from center field. Colin got over there in time, and also he's able to hold that runner up at third base, was able to look him back to third base, so you didn't give up an extra run there.
Did give up just 1 run, is that right? This one over to center, and that's a base hit, and another run scored, so Del Toro.
Yeah, these Lufkin batters just seeing the ball really well tonight. These aren't just bloop hits that they're getting. If you're able to watch, if you're watching at home and you're able to hear it come off the bat, they are making solid contact. They're driving the ball, line drive. They're just making good contact on the ball tonight.
They're showing 9 up on the board. Is that right?
9 pitches?
No, 9 runs.
Yes.
I got lost somewhere. First pitch on the way here to Hillis to the inside, 1 ball. Yeah, that's right, 9. Yeah. Had it on my scorebook right there. It's a lot to keep up with. You always joke around, but it's an octopus up here,
It
man.
is. You are. You got multiple things going on up here.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Inside near the belt line. Take us to 2-0 count. Well, Lufkin been hot here.
They really have
tonight. 8 hits already. We're only in the bottom of the second inning.
And again, we're not talking about these bloop hits, accidental hits. They are driving it.
And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, all 9 of those runs were credited to Jackson Batten, at least 8.
I can tell you that here in a minute.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. That one high to the inside. And so HITTSS will reach on the walk, and that will advance Del Toro over to second.
Center fielder number 1, Christian.
All 9 are contributed to him. Runner on second is Dalton's right now.
9-0. We are bottom of the second. And runners on 1 and 2 here for the Panthers. 2-out territory. We go back to the bottom, Christian Mumphrey. So it's kind of a similar setup as the previous inning where we went through 9 batters. We're about to do that again here in the second. 13 pitches already for Kinser, as he came in to relieve Jackson Batten through just 1 inning, allowing those 9 runs on 7 hits and 46 pitches. When you add all that up, what, 59, 69 pitches already here?
By both, yes. You've got,
well, 46 or 13.
And give you 59, 58.
Yeah, you've got one behind there on your official book, so 58 total pitches by Huntsville, and we're just in 1 2/3 innings. Next pitch to the inside. Good job right there by Nolan Hunt to get behind that one. Take us to a 1-0 count here.
And part of these pitches, there haven't been a ton of walks. You've had some of those batters up there just battling, fouling off. I mean, how many pitches have come over our head? How many foul balls have come over our head? How many foul balls have gone into the batting cages? So the Lufkin batters are just battling. They're extending the bat, and they're causing the pitchers to have to pitch more.
Kinser's pitch on the way. This time, finally one gets across the plate there for the strike. Second one, 1-2.
And for any hitter, the more you get to see a pitcher pitch, that you're just getting your timing. You're getting your timing down for that pitcher. So fouling off a ball, you're extending the bat. That's what you're wanting to do as a hitter.
Actually, 1-1. That was the first strike. Here's the next one. Swung around and missed to bring it to 1-2 on the off-speed pitch. It is Christian Mumphrey, who is 0 for 1. He grounded one up to the mound for the 3rd out back in the 1st.
Yeah, just looking to get the strikeout here, show some life, and get your offense back in and see if you can't cut into the lead a little bit.
This one over to second, Monjares. An easy routine throw to first to Harris, and that will do it. But again, Lufkin taking care of business in this inning, scoring 4 runs. They get those 4 runs again on 4 hits, where they have 8 in the ballgame so far. There was 1 error and 2 left on base. We'll step aside and take a break. We're through 2. Top of the 3rd coming up. Huntsville trailing 9-0. We'll see if those bats can get going for the Hornets when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Josh Ward here for Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. If you want a real truck that looks good and that can pull any load, do what I did. Decide the options you want and go see No Bull Bill. You'll spec out your order and agree on pricing, and then leave the rest up to Bill Fick Ford. You trust them to build the Ford truck of your dreams, and they'll trust you to buy it. No deposit required, and you still get a No Bull deal. It's buying made easy. Bill Fick Ford, your No Bull headquarters. Check them out online, BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
right, friends, we'll get back at it here as we get underway in the top of this third inning. Huntsville trails Lufkin here in Lufkin, Texas, 9-0, as, again, we get things rocking and rolling here in the top of the third. Leading off, we'll go 8-9-1. Nolan Hunt, Cooper Moldis, and then back to the top, Hagen Harris here for the Hornets as we get underway, and I believe it's Hinojosa remaining on the mound. He'll kick up the left leg. The first pitch on the way. Swing and a miss here on that fastball. Boy, he brought the heat behind that one. And it's an 0-1 count here to get things going on Nolan Hunt.
Yeah, with Hinojosa, 23 pitches, 19 of those total strikes. So this kid is bringing it, and you're just wanting Hornet batters need to be like the Lufkin batters.
Next one, a little time called here.
Didn't get it. That's a ball.
Well, that's too lucky for him because it was way too close to the inside, 1-1. Ended up being a beautiful night. We could use a little bit of wind. Hasn't been much at all. Here's a 1-1. That one will fly over our head. And must be a car hitting back there. I don't see any. It's just dirt and mud. 1-2 as that one flew over our head. Lebo Hinojosa. Left leg up. Right-hand pitch. And this one over to the second baseman Del Toro, and a routine throw over to Ditzworth for the out. So we're one away as he grounded that one over to second. That'll take us to the bottom of the order. Cooper Molness, the right fielder. Here's Coop, right-handed batter for the Hornets. Molness in his 20th game of the season now. Here's the first pitch to him. Molness over to right. This one, though, is going to fly right over to Buchanan for the second out. Had a nice swing on it, but it just dropped right where it needed to for Lufkin's defense.
Yeah, he really did. Cooper trying to drive that opposite field, just hung up in the air a little too long for that right fielder to pull it in.
Take us top of the order. First baseman Hagen Harris, who's 0 for 1 today, as he grounded one over to second for the first out on a 1-2 pitch to lead off this ball game. First pitch drops in the zone for a strike on that first pitch. Next one on the way, far to the outside to even us at 1-1. Again, 2 outs. Huntsville trails 9-0 here in the top of the third. Here's the 1-1. This one swung on, hitting the net of the backstop, 1-2. Give a shout out as well to some folks on YouTube saying good evening. Justin Kring, also the #1 Huntsville Hornet fan. He's always chiming in. Justin Kring, good to see you as always. He was at the top of the comments that have already scrolled up, but he was right there when we got started. And then also William Hubner in Houston. Thanks, William, for joining us. Here's the 1-2. Pulled back on that one. Good eye there to take that for a ball. That'll even us up at 2-2.
Yeah, you always love watching people watching from a distance. You never know if it's grandparents or family watching.
2-2, swing and a miss for the third and final out, and it's another 1-2-3 kind of inning for Hinojosa and the Lufkin Panthers. Friends, we are through 2.5. Bottom of the third coming up. We'll see if Huntsville can answer, trailing 9-0. We'll be back in a moment. The Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Hey Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for HITTSS Solutions. HITTSS Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, HITTSS Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, HITTSS Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. HITTSS Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at HITTSS.com.
Kubota products provide the horsepower, versatility, and dependability to get the job done right. But that doesn't mean you can cut corners on your regular routine maintenance. Keep your equipment running smooth by bringing your Kubota mower, subcompact tractor, or Hay Series tractors into Huntsville Truck and Tractor for a tune-up or oil change today. Call one of our experts for any questions about your Kubota products, or stop by Huntsville Truck and Tractor today, conveniently located at 2124 Highway 30 East in Huntsville, or call us at 936-291-8103 to keep your Kubota running strong.
right, friends, back at it. Rob Hipp, BJ McMichael, thanks for joining us on the road in Lufkin, Texas tonight for Huntsville Hornet baseball. Your Hornets trail Lufkin 9-0 as we get underway here momentarily in the bottom of this third inning. We'll get that scoreboard update in a moment. Bun Shelley now on the mound here, the third pitcher of the night for the Hornets, as Dalton Kinser will go just one inning where he allowed one hit, no runs. Those previous 3 runs were credited to Jackson Batten, who went 1 inning, 7 hits, 9 runs. And so now we go to Bun Shelley, who has pitched 14 innings in 7 games. He has started 1 game, facing 72 batters on the season, 0-1 this year. Bun Shelley allowing 17 runs on 21 hits. 15 of those runs were earned, where he has walked 9, struck out 3, sent 4 to the tattoo shop with a 7.5 ERA. So again on the mound for the Hornets, it's Bun Shelley and Jackson Batten now over at third base. That's where Bun Shelley was. Now he's on the bump. And here we go.
If you're a Hornet fan, you're seeing why Lufkin is 7-0 in district. These kids are just hitting the ball hard.
First pitch on the way here, it's Chip Buchanan. And so the first 2 innings, Lufkin went all through 9 batters each inning. And so this is already the 3rd time at bat here, and we're only in the bottom of the 3rd for Buchanan. Bun Shelley's first pitch out of the reach, second pitch in the zone for the strike to even us at 1-1.
Yeah, and so far Buchanan's had a night, hadn't he? 2 for 2, 2 hard line shots, 1 to center, 1 to right field. So, time to learn some things, time to try to see how you're going to get this guy out, because you're going to see more of them.
Here's the next one. This one's over to center, just out of the reach of Sanders, who tried to make the play. That would have been tough. And it is another single for Chip Buchanan. He is 3 for 3 tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting some tape on this guy. At least visually, you're getting some tape on this guy, because you got to play them at least one more time. And here's the thing: we're going to still be in the same baseball district next year. So if this guy's not a senior, I'm not sure. Is Buchanan a senior? Do you remember?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Can't remember. I mean, look back.
Bring up Cooper Knight, left-handed batter with that left foot right down on the bottom of the box. Knight is 1 for 2, and he pops this one up, and I lost it in the sky. You lose it in the sky, you'll feel it on the face, BJ. Be careful.
No, I'm just listening for the cat. I guess the cat only has 1 live, because there's no 9 lives for the cat. I didn't hear him get hit again.
Well, you know me, I lost about 3 or 4 of those at home the other night when you were calling a game with me. Got to pay attention, man. Here's the 0-1. This one swung on over to right. Molnes with the grab on the left hand down in the right corner. That'll keep the runner at bay over at first.
Yeah, it's a great job by Cooper getting over to that in right field, holding the runner there at first. So good play there by Cooper, covering right field.
Bring up Sam Flores. He is a 1 for 1 and reached on a walk and then was out back in the first as he was trying to advance over to second. And then he also had that RBI stand-up double back in the second. 9-0, Lufkin leads here in the bottom of the 3rd. 1 out we are. That runner over at first is Buchanan, who had the single just moments ago.
Yeah, I think the Buchanan kid, I don't think he's a senior, so Lufkin's still be in our baseball district next year. We're going to see him some more, so got to get some tape on him.
Here's Bun Shelley's pitch from the stretch. This one swung on, hit foul, 0-1. Well, that time hit a dog.
You got all kinds of animals out here getting hit. I wonder what's next. It'll be a car alarm. You think that may be a sound effect?
Might be.
Broken glass, car alarm.
They don't really have a spider sound effect, though. A spider don't really make noise.
It's just squish.
Here's the 0-1 to the outside.
They make a noise when I step on it.
1 ball, 1 strike. Bun Shelley. Toss over to first as he's pitching from the stretch here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Lufkin 9-0 advantage here in the bottom of the 3rd. Shelley on his 5th pitch so far tonight.
Yeah, you're just looking for some signs of life here for the Hornets. You get out of an inning without a run, without allowing the Panthers to score a run. That's something you're trying to look for right here.
A little bit of time. Sam Flores stepped out of the left box, back into it now. Been playing for 61 minutes of playtime so far. Here's the 1-1. The inchworm, as I called it, the belt line, had to move out of the way. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, Hunt made a good move just to slide to the right to be able to keep that one from going to the backstop.
I think of baseball as pretty much the only sport that's not a square or a rectangle. What makes it so interesting, really, that pitch to the outside, 3-1. Also a sport, what makes it so fascinating, too, is you think of every other sport, it's got a clock. Either winds down or winds up. Baseball, at some levels, yes, it's time.
They're trying to at some levels.
Here's a 3-1. That one hit foul into the Huntsville Hornet dugout. We've got it full at 3-2. But, yeah, baseball is one of those games that just keeps going. You know, if you got to keep going. It's one of the few games as well that, if you think about it, it's really made up of a defensive strategy. I mean, of course, you've got your hitters, but it's really up to the other side of the ball. It's up to your pitching staff and how you fill the ball. That's what makes it such a fun game to watch and a fun game to call. Here's the 3-2 high upstairs. And so Flores will reach on that walk. And by the way, we were talking earlier, I believe it's after 5 if you're up 10. You have the run roll, and it's 15 if it's 3. And right now, 9-0.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10 after 5. I don't know about the 15 after 3.
Somebody out there watching knows that rule at the high school level. Let us know. So runners on 1 and 2 now. Bebo Hinojosa, the pitcher, who is 0 for 2, but he's been on twice. Hits that one into the back of the net. He scored twice, by the way, too. Reached on that fielder's choice back in the first. And then got on him by an error out there at third base. Bonchelli couldn't trap one earlier. And got him on there. Here's the 0-1 on Hinojosa. And you know that really, he hasn't had too many thrown his way tonight either. I was just looking at that one. This one bounces around on a wild pitch. Going to throw him to second. Got him out, baby.
Yep.
So advancing over there was Buchanan, but Flores is out. And a beautiful throw by Nolan Hunt over to Monjaras, I believe, from second came over.
Yeah, that was a really good play for him to pick it up, trust in his throw over to get him out at second. And, hey, it's a good play by the Hornets there.
This one popped up. The first baseman, Harris, makes the grab, and that'll do it. So the Hornets finally keeping Lufkin off the board here in the bottom of the third. That's what they needed. Now they've got to get those bats cracking as we go here in just a moment to the top of the fourth. Stay with us, friends, from the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. This is KSAM Sports.
I'm Rob Hipp, and here's today's inspiration. 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18 in the New Living Translation reads, "Always be joyful, never stop praying, be thankful in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you who belong to Christ Jesus." It's easy to get wrapped up in the busyness of daily life, working, taking care of kids and pets, making appointments, running errands. Busy people are usually successful, but it's not enough to satisfy. Friends, true satisfaction in life comes from Christ. Always be joyful and thankful. Thank God daily for what you have and what is to come. Pray continually. For previous messages and to share today's inspiration with a friend, visit spiritradio.fm.
All right, friends, we'll get back at it here. Huntsville looking to get on the board here. Top of the fourth, about to get underway. Rob Hipp, BJ McMichael live from Lufkin, Texas. Made about the hour and 20-minute drive or so up the road here to another beautiful location in East Texas. Thanks for joining us. A lot of friends joining us in the booth as well. Big shout out to John Fuller, who's watching tonight. John, good to hear from you. Also, George Pitts. And I got to say something. This is what I love traveling the most, because you never know who you're going to meet on an airplane. I like to chat with people, get to know people if they seem like they're a person that likes to talk. And I met George Pitts. He lives in Conroe, and he is the Conroe Santa George.
Nice.
Great man, and he enjoys the broadcast now. And a swing and a miss here, though, to get things started. Caleb Cotton, it was a fastball across the plate. I would assume that one had to be at least 80 or more. It's an 0-1 here to start for Caleb Cotton. Here's the next pitch, quickly in rhythm. This one too low to the outside to even us up at 1-1.
Yeah, Caleb's just wanting to get a hit here, get on the base path, try to cause some disruption out there on the base path.
The next one here, away from him, 2-1. That's what I was saying. George is a great guy. We were talking. I said, "What do you do, George?" He goes, "Oh, I'm Santa." And he's a great guy. He's got the whole bit down. Here's the 2-1. Swung on. Foul. In the back of the net to 2-2. So we love you, George. Thanks for keeping tuned in and for joining us. And that's what I'm talking about. It's the power of social media and just doing these games the way that we do, because you never know who's going to be watching. And it's not just here in Huntsville or East Texas. The power of radio works very well. But then supplement that with video, and it works so great. Here's the 2-2 to the outside, 3-2. So Cotton here for the first time tonight on a payoff pitch.
Yeah, and what's great about it is some of these family members that can't make the drive to Lufkin, they can still catch it on social media, be able to hear about it, cheer for their nephews or cousins or grandsons and granddaughters with the softball.
Here's the 3-2, walked him. So now Caleb Cotton is on, and it is only the third batter of the night that has been on base for these Hornets. Travis Tester got on, and Tester, by the way, has been the only hit for Huntsville. They never credited it to him, but I credit it to him. And that is the only hit for Huntsville tonight. Of course, Sanders got on a fielder's choice, but that was right in the end of an inning. And so now Caleb Cotton is over there at first after the walk. This one popped up into the air. Third baseman Rakenya from Monaharis' hit.
Fly rule.
And so we're one away. Explain that infield fly rule for those two that may be joining, saying, what is that?
Yeah, you have a runner, especially when you have a runner on first or second and you get the fly ball in the infield, it keeps the infielder from just dropping the ball and forcing your runner at first to advance. So the batter's automatically out at that point in time.
Even if he dropped it.
Even if he dropped it.
Even if he dropped it. Here's the next pitch on the way.
There
This
we
one.
go.
That one will drop over to left center. It's a base hit, the second one of the evening for the Hornets. And now the bat's starting to come alive here with runners on 1 and 2. It was action. Jackson Batten getting on.
That was a great job by Jackson. Wanted to be sure and drive that one pitch. Drove it to left field. Nothing that the left fielder can do but get to it and try to keep Caleb Cotton at second and keep him from advancing over to third. So, hey, now we at least make sure we take a no-hitter off the board, right? We'd already given a hit, but that's a for sure take the no-hitter off the board.
Yeah, for sure no-hitter. Score, for sure. Let's go to Travis Tester, fifth in the order, the left fielder, who had that lone hit earlier. Now 2 on the board for, or 2 hits on that board for Huntsville. We gave him the hit earlier, but then he was tagged for the third out back in that second. Right-handed batter here, right-handed pitching from Hinojosa. Runners on 1 and 2 for the Hornets. Here's the pitch. Drop in the zone. Nice pitch there, 0-1.
Yeah, you just, if you're Hagen up there just wanting to, or is that Tester up there, sorry, just wanting to drive the ball somewhere, give Caleb an opportunity to score from second base. Anything in the outfield, most likely he's going to score Caleb.
Wait, you know
second.
what, man? I may have messed that up. I went down a notch. That is actually, yeah, it is Tester. And Tester over here is out over at second. Somehow I messed up, man. Where was Hagen at up here?
Caleb started the inning because Hagen got the last out.
There we go, yeah. Goodness, come on, BJ. Get with the Rob, get with the
I'm
program,
trying.
man. Travis Tester, where that one grounded?
Yep. Fielder's choice over first base.
The second out. That'll bring up Luke Durham. First pitch on the way out of his reach, 1-0. Two outs, runner on second. And third for the Hornets as Caleb Cotton is over there at third. Next pitch called a strike here to make it 1-1 on Luke Durham. He would really like to try to bring these guys in here.
Yeah, you just want to get something on the board here.
Here is that 1-1.
There
This
it
one
is.
over to left. There
Yeah.
it is. And that one's going to score at least
Yeah.
one. The ball kind
Oh.
of got fumbled around. It could have been a chance for the Hornets, but he'll stay over at third. But how about that as Caleb Cotton comes in and scores? The Hornets are on the board thanks to the RBI single by Luke Durham.
Yeah, and that was tough because, we wanted him to be coming from third base because it was bobbled in left field. But that was a really good hit there by Durham. Stayed with it, drove it right over the third baseman's head to score Cotton.
Runner over at third, Hornets on the board. Boy, they didn't even put the run up there on the board. Give them the run, guys. Come on,
well, they
guys.
lost the no-hitter, so they don't want to lose the shutout either. But they lost the shutout and the no-hitter, according to their scorekeeping.
Yeah, this will take us down now. Colin Sanders, first pitch out of his reach. 1-0 count. Colin Sanders, he's 0 for. Reached on a 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice, left stranded back in the second.
Yeah. They're taking their time on it.
Here's the next pitch. This one just goes foul off that third base line. I mean, just foul.
Yeah. You can tell Colin wanted that one. He drove it, sat on it, almost put it right over that third base to stay in fair territory.
Joseph Smith, a Lufkin Panthers fan, cheering on the Panthers. Good to hear from you, Joseph, coming in on the YouTube feed tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Well, he's got a lot to be proud of with his Lufkin team. They are no joke.
Here's the 1-1. That one high. It was, that could have been close. And it's 2-1, so a really good eye right there by Colin Sanders.
Good take by Colin. I think he knows the pitch he wants. He's not looking for that off speed. He wants to drive a fastball somewhere in that left field line.
9-1. Here's the pitch to the outside. And now a lot of options for Sanders as he took that one 3-1.
Yep. 3-1, looking to drive it somewhere. Hey, you got a 9. It is 1. Believe us, it is 1 run across the board there for the Hornets. They still haven't wanted to put that up there yet.
Yeah, Durham is over at first. Runners on the corners, by the way. Forgot to update that on the board. So, again, runners on those hot corners. We're in 2-out territory. Top of the fourth. Huntsville trails 9-1. We're too far away from the press box.
If you say it louder, they may actually put it up there, but we can.
Here's the pitch.
There it is.
This one over center. That will score another run. And the Hornets coming alive here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, I love the way Colin just stayed with it, drove it to center field. No doubt that was going to drop in for a single. Proud of that young man right there. That was a battle for him to stay on that pitch and drive it to center. Hopefully that's going to help carry him, give him a little bit of momentum heading into Friday's game this week.
9-2. Hornets starting to find some rhythm here with 3 hits in the top of this fourth inning. They have scored 2 runs. Runners on 1 and 2. All of this in 2-out territory brings up the catcher Nolan Hunt, who is 0 for 1.
We got the 2 runs on the board there.
Magically appeared. Cooper Molness on deck. We'll see if Nolan Hunt can do some work here. Here's the pitch on the way. The inside, good eye for the ball, took it 1-0.
And this is what you're wanting to see, especially earlier in the game. You're wanting to make their pitcher work because up to this point, he hasn't really, hasn't really been challenged. But the more you get, more swings, more looks you get at him, the more chances you have to knock him off the mound.
Hinojosa keeping an eye over at second from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Get this one over to second. It gets out of his hand. And runners will advance over. That will score 1. And runners on the hot corner. How about it for the Hornets, baby? Trailing 9-3.
Yeah, that's going to be an error of the second baseman. But you know what? We'll take it because that gets another run on the board for the Hornets.
So the E4 to Gavin Del Toro. And that puts runners again on the corners as Sanders advancing over to third. Hunt is over at first. It'll bring up bottom of the order the right fielder, Cooper Molness. And a little bit of a discussion going on that bump right now. Hinojosa with the infield coming in. We're not going to see a change yet.
We're not going to be able to see if they do have someone warming up in the bullpen. Their bullpen is behind their dugout there, so it's a beautiful bullpen. You just can't see it from our vantage point.
So just a discussion up there with Hinojosa. He's at 49 and maybe 48 pitches, somewhere around there.
I can tell you that.
Within 1.
Yeah, total pitches right now, 51.
51, they're off by 2 then. So
they'll update it here in a little bit. They're a little late, as we can tell, with some of their scoreboard updates.
Cooper Molness, here's the first pitch to him. That one dropped in the zone for a strike. It was a beautiful curve ball, 0-1.
feel good about Cooper right here. I think he saw the ball pretty well last time driving it to right field. Love for him to get our ribeye right here.
This one with a grounder over to second for the routine out. And that will do it. But the Hornets getting on the board. That's what they had to do. And they do it here in the top of the fourth where they score 3 runs. Those 3 runs coming on 3 hits. There was 1 error, and they left 2 on base. We'll step aside and take a break, friends. We're through 3.5. Bottom of the fourth coming up when we come back. From the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, this is KSAM Sports.
This is Rob Hipp for HITTSS Solutions. HITTSS Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, HITTSS Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, HITTSS Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. HITTSS Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at HITTSS.com.
All right, friends, here we go. Getting underway in the bottom of this fourth inning. Lufkin leading 9-3. Bonchelli on the mound for the Hornets. Will go 5, 6, and 7. Mark Rukenya here to get things started for Lufkin, the third baseman, who is 1 for 2 tonight. First pitch on the way from Shelley, just out of his reach to the outside of the left-handed batter. The count 1-0. What's a lot to talk about there. Here's the next one. Cross the corner, painted it, baby, 1-1.
Yeah, Buns is getting up there. As soon as he gets the ball, he's ready to go. Pitching from the kind of a modified wind-up stretch.
Here's the pitch on the way. That one looked close. Not going to get that call. 2-1. I got to tell Bun to slow down. I can't keep up the scoreboard here. It's like, Rob, I don't care about your scoreboard, man. I'm ready to play. Always enjoy the Shelley family. Here's the 2-1. This one over to center. Cotton makes his way to the Lufkin Panthers logo at center field, and we are 1 up, 1 down here to get things going in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, great play there. Caleb getting there. It was a high fly ball. Caleb was able to get there on it. You wanted to be sure and get that batter out right there because Kenya went. What did you say he was for the day?
Rukenya is 1 for 2.
Yeah.
Now 1 for 3. So we'll go down here to Hunter Ditzworth, who is 1 for 2. First pitch out of his way, 1-0. Look how I call those, BJ. I just say out of his way.
Oh, yeah.
Just makes it easy.
Hey,
I don't want to overcomplicate it.
No, you're just painting a picture.
This next one just out of his way, 2-0 to the outside.
For those who, baseball, not technical terms, sometimes we get lost. We were talking about it on the way up here. You get lost in the technical terms. You're just painting a picture, telling a story.
Here's a 2-0, and that one hit into the net. I keep talking about wanting to have an adrenaline game. That's where they take the net completely down. You sign a waiver before you come into the ballpark. If you're 18 and under, you can't get in.
Yeah, that was.
Here's the 2-1. This one takes a bounce. 3-1.
That'd be tough because some of these home plates are pretty close to your backstop.
Yeah, you don't want that.
If you had sunglasses on, you'd probably get them broken.
Maybe wear a face mask. Here's the 3-1.
Oh, no, that'd be interesting.
Boy, that one looked close, and they're going to say no way and reach on a walk. So it is a one-out walk for Ditzworth.
Probably not too bad of an idea. Ditzworth has been driving the ball today. So you're not really wanting him to give up anything that he can just drive somewhere, staying out of the strike zone, seeing if you can get him to chase, but he didn't chase. You had a base open, first base open, so probably a good call there to give him first base, especially with 1 out.
Bonchelli's first pitch. Boy, that one lined way foul off that first base line by Gavin Del Toro. I mean, he had the swing on that bad boy, but it was clearly way foul.
Yeah, there was a thunder
1-1.
Thunder sound effect on that one.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. That one reached the clouds, caused a lightning. Not really. If we're trying to paint the picture, we're just making that up. We don't want to make a false picture. Here's the 0-1. That one just to the inside, right near his belt line to even us at 1 ball, a strike, and an out. Again, Lufkin leads 9-3 here in the bottom of the 4th.
I like Shelley meaning business right here. He's the only one to get him out of an inning without any runs scored. So
next one high to the inside. Take it 2-1.
yeah, I don't want to fall too far behind, especially after walking one, whether it was a pitch around or not. You definitely don't want to put 2 on with 1 out, especially after the damage they've done with 2 outs.
Pitch on the way. This one
That's
pops
right at
up.
us.
BJ, it's going to take
glove.
a bounce. And wow,
Nice.
a catch there by the bare hand of the young man just in front of us.
Man, put him out in the field.
2-2.
Going to go get a snow cone.
Do you get that for real? I wish that'd be cool if you did, man.
That or he's
Don't
going
be tricking me, man.
He might be going to shake his hand because that may have hurt. He may be going out to shake it out a little bit.
Yeah, man, I couldn't do that.
That was a nice catch.
Smart young man. He's going to go hide behind the press box, and that hand is hurting, man. Maybe not. Here's the 2-2. That one.
Pass ball on that
Pass
one.
ball by the catcher will advance the runner there. Ditzworth over to second. A little peanut butter action getting going. And we're at a full count at 3-2. So Nolan Hunt having a quick discussion with Bun Shelley. Shelley, of course, coming in to relieve Dalton Kinzer. Well, I hear Jeopardy. It makes me, I didn't watch the show a lot, but you got to have so much respect for Alex Trebek. I mean, that man was just so humble, straight-laced, just an incredible man. Of course, passed away several years ago, and the show is just, it really is not, I've watched a little bit of it, okay? But it's just not the same without Alex.
Smart man, brilliant man. Yeah, there's a lot of questions on there I'd get wrong every time, and I'm sure he probably knew a lot of those before they even wrote them down.
Here's a 3-2 over to right field in foul territory. That bat will keep going here for Gavin Del Toro. He is 1 for 1 today. Hit by a pitch. Reached on an air, came around and scored back in the first. Singled in the second, left stranded over at second base in that inning. 9-3, Lufkin leads. 1 away, 3-2 pitch coming. Runner on second. Here's the pitch. Low to the outside, and we got runners on 1 and 2. It's a back-to-back reach on walks by the Panthers, all in 1-out territory.
Yeah, 1-out territory. You definitely don't want to give up any more. Move the runners over. You want to try to get this guy out right here. Double play would be nice. Third baseman playing in to try to cut down that runner from advancing to third.
Runner again at 1 and 2. And that will take us to Caleb Hillis. He is 1 for 1 today. Had the RBI single. Caught stealing over second, left stranded at third. And then reached on a walk and left stranded back in the second. First pitch, just out of his reach, 1-0. Well, you got that double play opportunity kind of set up here too for the Hornets.
Yeah, you really do. Just got to be able to be sure if it's a hard hit ground ball to anywhere second and short, you got to be able to turn it pretty quick. Anything anywhere else, if it's a slow roller, it's going to be a tough play.
Here it is on the way. That one just out of the reach of short, and bases should be loaded. They do, so that is a single. That forces Ditzworth advancing over to third, Del Toro to second, and Hillis to first, and we are loaded.
Yeah, here we go again. You got bases loaded, 1 out. You do have the 9-hole batter coming up to bat. Infielders most likely going to play up on the grass to try to cut down the run at home. Coach is going to probably have a talk with batter here. You never
Christian
know.
Mumphrey's having a quick discussion, very quick discussion.
Could be calling for a bunt here. Maybe some type of squeeze or just a bunt and try to get that run in from third for a little insurance.
Monchelli's pitch on the way. Outside ball, 1-0.
Yeah, your defense, your first and third base defense for the Hornets on the grass. Again, if there's a play at home, they do want to come home. So any hard hit ball to third, to Jackson over at third or Hagan over at first, they're going to be coming home to try to keep this a 6-run lead.
10 hits on the night for the Panthers. With bases loaded, here's the pitch. Swung on, foul to the backstop to even us at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Even though he's a nine-hole hitter, he put a good swing on that one. And anything on the ground to second or short, most likely going to score one. He left-handed batter. He's going to get out of the batter's box pretty quickly, so getting a double play here may be tough.
Shelley's pitch on the way. That one across the plate for a strike to make it 1-2.
That was a good pitch. Moved him off the plate just a little bit. Inside strike. That was good location by Bunn, especially with runners on the bases.
Here's Shelley's pitch. This one popped up, foul, and not able to make that grab. That would have been a miracle grab out there by Tester. He was running like crazy from left field. He's way out there. Had to try to come in foul territory. That would have been a hard grab, but I still like the speed from that young man trying to get there.
Yeah, it would have been a tough play just to get to. Even if you'd have gotten it, you would have had to watch that runner at third tagging up, coming home. Especially if Sanders would have gotten there as a short, it would have been a tough play going away from home plate to get him at home.
Bases loaded, 1-2 pitch on the way. This one fouled into the back of the net. The at-bat stays alive here for Christian Mumphrey.
Yeah, Mumphrey's hanging in there, man. He is fouling some tough pitches off there for his Lufkin Panthers. So staying in there, hanging in there, bases loaded. I know this young man wants to drive in at least one of those.
Here's the next pitch, the next offering.
That one off
foul
Hunt.
tip. Yeah, man, that one. Hunt holding his hands behind his back.
Yeah,
maybe got a little bat on that one.
Went off the wrist. The ball looked like it went off his
he's going to have
wrist.
a quick talk with Shelley up here. It's always so hard to see exactly what happens on a lot of those because it happens so fast. You know, you're keeping your eyes on the runners, you're keeping your eyes on the ball, you're keeping your eyes on the pitcher. And for you to catch what happened to the catcher, that's Houdini work down there, BJ.
As a catcher, I tell you, catcher's the toughest position on the field. I mean, you've got to react to a pitcher throwing the pitch. You've got to react to a base runner possibly stealing. You've got to react to the ball coming off the bat like that if it's coming back at you, because there's 2 strikes on the batter. You catch it, that's a 3rd strike out. That's a foul tip out. So as a catcher, you're telling the infield defense how we're going to set up. So it takes a young man with a good head on his shoulders to play that catcher position.
There's a 1-2. This one over to second. Make the grab. Throw over to first. Run will come in and score. But a good job out there by Monharis to get behind that one. Trap it down there on the track and then throw over to first, or on the path. So Ditzworth comes in and scores. Runners advancing over to third is Del Toro, and Hillis over to second.
Yeah, and Mumphrey right there for the Lufkin Panthers did his job. He got the ball, hit in the infield, went to the second baseman, able to score that run in from third and move the runners to second and third. So
2 outs. This one pop up over to first. Harris doesn't have to move hardly at all. Right glove up, routine catch, and we're 3 away, and that will do it for the final out. But one more run scores here for Lufkin. They get that 1 run on 1 hit. There was no errors and 2 left on base. We'll step aside and take a break. We are through 4. Top of the 5th coming up when we come back. Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, this is KSAN Sports.
Is available at Texpress Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms needed. So now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Limited shots are left. Not sure which test is right for you? Texpress Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments needed. Walk-ins only. Texpress Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at texpressurgentcare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care, next to Sport Clips in Huntsville.
right, friends, we'll get underway here in the top of the 5th inning. Thanks for joining us. Rob Hipp alongside B.J. McMichael. Hornets trailing 10-3, but back at bat here. We'll start at the top with Hagen Harris. On deck is Caleb Cotton. Hinojosa still on the mound. Here's the first pitch. Foul tip into the backstop. 0-1 to get things going here for Hagen Harris, who is 0 for 2. And when you're 0 for 2,
you're due. Yes, you are. Tell you what, Hinojosa's thrown a great game so far. No no-hitter, no shutout, but he's really delivered a really good outing here for his Lufkin Panthers. Again, if you're a Lufkin Panther fan, there's no doubt why your team is 7-0. They've got a good squad.
Here's the 0-1, foul in the back behind the press box. Take us to 0-2.
Oh, it's a chicken. So we got a cat and a dog and a chicken so far.
Still waiting on that spider.
That have not survived.
Waiting on that spider. Been a few of them. Just haven't heard them. Here's the 0-2. This one swung over to left center, and it should fall into the glove of HITTSS in the left hand, and it does for the first out.
Yeah, that's a tough one for Hagen. Really hit that one well. They just positioned the left fielder right where he needed to be. Took a couple steps over, shaded to the right, and was able to catch that one.
Bring his center fielder, second in the order, Caleb Cotton. 0 for 1 today. Did reach on a walk, though, and then eventually came around and scored. And that one just knocked off the foot of the catcher there.
I thought it hit his foot at first.
About to say, open up that tattoo shop, man.
Well, I'd take Caleb Cotton on that bag any way I could get him because he's going to be looking to steal and get around to score.
Here's a 1-0 pitch. Inside. Good take there to bring us to 2-0. Again, I want to invite you to send those messages to us on a 2-0 pitch. This one across the plate on a strike. He's checked a swing. It is called a strike. Send those comments to us. Let us know where you're listening from and who you're cheering on tonight. We'll try to get to those throughout the ball game. Here's the 2-1. That one across the plate on the fastball. Boy, I'm telling you, Hinojosa is still bringing the heat behind these fastballs.
Well, just to show you, he's at a 60 pitches pitched so far. Bunn, who's our third pitcher, is at 40 total pitches. So
hit a 2-2 here. It bounced in front of the plate. Grigson behind it. Take us to a full count.
Yeah, again, if you're just Caleb, you're just trying to get on any way you can because you want his speed on the base paths.
Here's that 3-2, and he'll reach on a walk for a second bat here for Caleb Cotton. You know, man, it was so bright outside earlier. I've got Lufkin in blue, BJ.
Because you thought that was purple.
Yeah, I thought it was purple. Now it's purple. If you Lufkin fans are wondering why I had y'all in blue, now we've changed it. I couldn't see the sun was so bright on the screen earlier.
I wasn't going to tell you to change it because, you know, purple, being a Bearcat fan, I just can't do purple. So I'm better with blue than I am purple. I don't have anything purple in my wardrobe, in my repertoire. No purple ever. There we go.
There goes Cotton, a stolen base, diving, sliding, and he is safe.
Yep.
Boy, that's what he does best. So fast out there is Caleb Cotton showing his magic. I'm telling you, man, every time you see that young man, you look for the flames behind his shoes because he can run so fast.
Just getting him on base, it's almost a double, automatic double if you can just get him on first.
So he is now in scoring position. And 1-0 is the count here on Manjares. Here's the delivery. This one over to left, way up in the air. HITTSS
hit that one hard. Carry.
Way hard. This one. Oh, it went off the wall. He's rounding first, over to second. Here comes Caleb Cotton. Cotton on his way. He's got the run. How about it? And now sliding, diving in over at third. And on the air will score 2 runs. How about that for the Hornets? Mama, it's 2 runs. Oh, baby, a great play.
That was a nice hit by Manjares. He got a hold of that one. He hit the wall, probably about halfway up the wall. That 325 there at left field put a drive, a charge into that one. Caleb had to hold up. You didn't know if it was going to get caught, but he had enough speed to still get around third. And then, of course, there was a bad throw. Mason was able to get in.
Yeah, there's got to be an error on that bad throw.
Yeah.
And I don't know who that was on.
That
it happened
was
so
from
fast.
Your shortstop.
So that was on Cooper Knight. And so that is what scored Manjares. So we'll call that one an E6. Of course, they didn't put it up there on the board. And that's okay. because the Hornets scored 2 runs. We'll go to Jackson Batten. Little action. Jackson, the pitch on the way. Hard swing foul. That one almost ricocheted off the light pole, man. He was a couple of inches away from that light pole. Free tacos for everybody if it hits the pole, right? 0-1.
And they even had a little Steve Urkel.
Next one on the way. Yeah, he called time.
Yeah, didn't grant it to him.
No, didn't even grant it to him. And Batten was even saying, hey, and now he's going to have a chat with the umpire, and the umpire's probably telling him to, like, don't talk back. But I'm telling you, man, he called time, and the ump didn't see him. And yeah, there we go. That is perfect right there by Coach Jennings. He's saying, don't go talk to my kid. You're the one that missed the time.
Yep.
And I love seeing that from the coach, because that is him showing respect for his players, because he clearly knows that umpire didn't see him call time, and he's saying, you're not going to talk to my kid that way.
Yeah, you want to back up your player, because clearly, I mean, you could go back and replay this later. He had his hand up while he was stepping into the batter's box. It wasn't stepping in the batter's box and then he had his hand up the whole
way
time
up
while he was entering the batter's box.
And I'm all about being respectful, but I'm also all about, you know what, sometimes it's okay to say something.
Yep.
That's just the game. Nothing, no roughhousing down there. Here's the 1-1, and Batten's going to slam this one over to short, trying to beat this one out, and will not get there in time. That was a good throw. Give him credit by Cooper Knight over to Ditzworth for the second out.
Yeah, that was close. It looked like he may have pulled him off the bag from our vantage point, but able to get it down there and get it to him for that second out. But hey, here's the thing, your Hornets, you're battling back. You got 3 in the top of the 4th, 2 now in the top of the 2nd. Got 2 outs, and as a Hornet, you've scored some 2-out runs before. So
here's the pitch on the way to Tester. Tester high up into the air. Left fielder Hillis going to hand it off over to his catcher for the 3rd and final out, over to Christian Mumphrey. But as you said, the Hornets pick up 2 much-needed runs in that top of the 5th inning. They get that runs thanks to the RBI double by Mason Monaharis, and the stolen base by Cotton, and eventually coming around and scoring. He scored on that RBI double, and then Monaharis came around and scored on the air by the shortstop, putting up those 2 runs. So the Hornets get those 2 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error. They leave nobody on base. We are through 4.5. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Friends, we've got a game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment. 10-5, Panthers with the lead. We'll be back in a moment from the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. This is KSN Sports.
Kubota products provide the horsepower, versatility, and dependability to get the job done right, but that doesn't mean you can cut corners on your regular routine maintenance. Keep your equipment running smooth by bringing your Kubota mower, subcompact tractor, or Hay Series tractors into Huntsville Truck and Tractor for a tune-up or oil change today. Call one of our experts for any questions about your Kubota products, or stop by Huntsville Truck and Tractor today, conveniently located at 2124 Highway 30 East in Huntsville, or call us at 936-291-8103 to keep your Kubota running strong.
This is Huntsville Hornet baseball. Just kidding. That's how you got to feel like that kind of talk. You know, it's that cinematic.
Oh, man.
Back at it here, bottom of the 5th.
Man, you make me want to get out there and get a bat and go play.
I really miss narrators on movie trailers, man. Here's the first pitch on the way as we'll go 2, 3, and 4 for Lufkin, Cooper Knight, Sam Flores, and Bebo Hinojosa. That first pitch, what was that? I called a ball?
It was a ball. Looked like he wanted to call it a strike, though.
Next one on the way. That one is a strike. Painted the corner, 1-1.
Yeah, you go back on that last play, or the play that we had some issue with. You have a pitcher.
Here's the 1-1. That one close to the inside to bring it to 2-1.
Hinojosa was quick pitching, and the way you battle against that, I was hearing my buddy Mario Cotton, we were talking about it, with a quick pitcher. you sit there and have to put your hand up to call timeout.
Here's a 2-1 pitch on the way. This one over to center. And there's the fast feet of Caleb Cotton showing his magic again, and we are one away. Over to center.
Designated hitter number 12.
Yep, like I say, that's where fly balls go to die. Caleb gets over to it, feeling, Hornets got to picking their head up a little bit, getting some runs on the board, making this a closer game than it was looking like it was going to be after the bottom of the second, chasing 9 runs. Put 3 on the board, then another 2 on the board. So you're trying to make this a game against the first place Lufkin Panthers. So you're getting some small wins out there during this game.
Designated hitter Sam Flores swung mightily and missed mightily. It's an 0-1 count. What a pitch there by Bun Shelley.
And that's the ultimate thing. You're wanting to get the win out of this game. But if you can't get the win, then you are wanting some small victories. And some of those are battling back.
Here's the 0-1. Trying to get down on that one is Harris. He'll make the unassisted tag. Wow, what a play by Hagen Harris. Is it lined right to him? Bounced off his glove. He recovered, tagged the base, and we are 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, great play by Hagen. Knocked it down. That was the first goal. Stayed with it, kept it in front of him so that he's able to make a run for first base. So give credit to Hagen there, making a great stop on it, getting that second out. Such a big lift there for Bun.
First pitch on the way. He's called a ball here on Bebo Hinojosa. Hinojosa is 0 for 3, but he's been on base twice and scored in the first and the second. Here's the 1-0 from the right hand. Well, that one looked like it dropped in the zone, 2-0.
Man. Struggling a little bit on some of these calls here.
Here's that 2-0 pitch off the right hand of Bun Shelley. Next one a ball as well. So quick 3 pitches and 3 balls here to Bebo Hinojosa. Not intentional, of course.
I would imagine he's taking on this one.
Here's the next one on the way. Across the plate for the strike, 3-1.
Yeah, Bun's quick pitching him here too. Looking to get another strike. I'd be surprised if he wouldn't be surprised if we let another one go by.
Here's the 3-1. This one over to short.
There you go,
Sanders
Colin.
has the grab. Throw to first in time.
I like it.
3 away. 3 up, 3 down, baby. The Hornets taking care of business here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll go to the top of the 6th and see if those bats can stay hot, where the Hornets have scored 3 and 2 in the previous 2 innings. They trail 10-5. We'll be back in a moment from the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. This is KSAM Sports.
Pretty easy question today.
At Wiesner Pre-Owned in Conroe. We have the right car at the right price right now. Over 200 to choose from. We offer quality Carfax assured vehicles, each with Wiesner's 129-point vehicle inspection. Prefer certified? GMC and Hyundai vehicles are all in stock and priced to sell. Buy for less at Wiesner Pre-Owned. Your next vehicle is here. 8 minutes from the Woodlands, exit 87B Wilson Road in Conroe, or WiesnerBuickGMC.com. Spring into action today.
Going to the dentist doesn't have to be an unpleasant experience. The dentists at Huntsville Family Dental specialize in a wide variety of dental services, including implants, fillings, crowns, veneers, and more. Feel at home and have your anxiety comforted. Dental health is important. Don't allow tooth pain to turn into something much more serious. Give the family-friendly team at Huntsville Family Dental a call today at 295-5437. That's Huntsville Family Dental, 295-5437.
All right, friends, here we go. We got a pitching change out there on the mound for you for Lufkin, as they will now bring in Caleb Hillis. So that'll do it for Bebo Hinojosa. Hinojosa will go through 5 innings and allowing 10 hits on those 5 innings, 5 runs. I didn't really strike out too many, maybe 1, and actually 2 is all that I'm seeing here.
Yep, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and total pitches, total strikes 48, total balls 21 with a count of 69 pitches total.
So we'll get things rocking and rolling him. We'll go 6, 7, and 8. Luke Durham, the first pitch, hit foul off that third base line. 0-1 early count here. Luke Durham is 1 for 2. Had that RBI single, came around and scored off the RBI by Colin Sanders back in the fourth. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. He's tried to catch up with that one. Little late in the swing there.
Huntsville trails 10-5 here in the top of the 6th inning. Next one here. Did you look at that?
Yep.
Yeah, looked at it. So how about that? So Caleb HITTSS comes in pitching, and on the first batter gets a strikeout here.
Shortstop number 2.
By the way, on that defensive side, Colby Kovar, who was designated runner.
Yeah, he came in and pinch run for
Bebo.
Hinojosa.
Yeah, pinch runner for Bebo Hinojosa. I said that, pinch runner.
Oh.
This one over to right. We'll see if it falls in the glove of Buchanan, and it does. There by Colin Sanders. So quick 2 up, 2 down. So it is Colby Kovar over at left. That's the defensive change. And we'll go down to the catcher in that 8th hole. It is Nolan Hunt. He is 0 for 2.
And when you're 0 for 2, you're due.
I'll let you say that. I don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah. Hey, Hunt's played a great job back there at catcher. Love to see him get to hammer one out here. Get a hit on the evening. I root for the catchers, love the catchers. Just think it's such a tough position to play.
With 2 up, 2 down here. Caleb HITTSS on the mound. The first pitch on the way. A strike 0-1.
This guy's not fooling around with the strike zone here. He's coming right after the batters.
Right-handed pitch on the way. This one chopped up, took a jump over to first. Little flip and dip over to the pitcher, and it's 3 up and 3 down. Ditsworth back over to HITTSS there. 1, 2, 3 kind of inning. And so we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Panthers lead 10-5. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us, friends, from the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. This is KSAM Sports.
This is Rob Hipp for HITTSS Solutions. HITTSS Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, HITTSS Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, HITTSS Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. HITTSS Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at HITTSS.com.
All right, friends, a very pleasant good evening and welcome back here to Lufkin High School on the beautiful Lufkin High School baseball ballpark. Rob Hipp alongside the BJ McMichael. 10-5, Panthers leading. They're 7-0 in district play. We've seen why with those 10 hits and only allowing 5 runs by the Hornets. But how about the Hornets? They have really started to turn up some juice when they had 3 runs back in the 2 runs in the 5th, and we'll see if the defense here can hold the Panthers, because really the Hornets only have 3 outs left. It'll be up to the defense here, and we'll see how things rock and roll. But we will go 5, 6, and 7 for the Panthers. It'll start here with Mark Rakenna. Rakenna is 1 for 3 here tonight. But you talk about this 5, 6, and 7 hole that we're talking about. 4 of these 10 runs have been scored in that order. The very top the top and the middle have done so good tonight.
Yeah, and that's been tough when you, especially, well, it's not tough for a Panther. If you're a Panther fan, you're loving what they're doing in that part of the lineup. But for the Hornets, you got to figure out a way to shut them down. During this, you've done a great job. 9-0 early.
2 quick pitches, 2 balls. Now this one across the plate for a strike. Shelley found the zone, 2-1.
Down 9-0 early. Could have kept your heads down, but Hornets.
They call him a hit by pitch. No, I think for a moment he wanted to hit by pitch. He's not going to get that call. It's just a ball, 3-1. Our good friend Barry Bandera joining us. He's an insurance agent for Globe Life Family Heritage. Great man. 3-1 on the way. Too close to the inside here, so he'll reach on a walk. Had a chance to get to know Barry a little bit there. I worked for Family Heritage for just a short time. I had a really good friend named Rudy that taught me the ins and outs, and I really hated it, though, because it's kind of one of those things because I love Rudy so much and what Globe Life and Family Heritage stands for, but I got the call from the Bearcats, man, and I had to say yes to that. You know, that was my dream, and I appreciate Rudy and all that he taught me and the folks over there at Family Heritage, Globe Life, and Barry and so many others. But, man, my passion is the broadcasting. I had an opportunity, and when God puts that door in front of you, you got to go through it.
Well, I, for one, am a big fan of Rob Hipp calling Bearcat athletic events. Because our Sam Houston Bearcats are just on at every level, every team, every athletic event. They do such a great job, but you calling them.
1-0 to Ditzworth. This pitch too close to the inside, 2-0. And you know, you say, I appreciate that, BJ, but I'll tell you, man, I love doing those games at Sam Houston, but I still really, really enjoy the high school level. There's something so special about high school sports. Here's the 2-0. And this one will drop in the zone. It's a strike. Shelley found it again, 2-1.
Well, that's the great part about it, and what I love about the Bearcat, Sam Houston Bearcats and Huntsville Hornets, and kind of both being very important to our Huntsville community.
Here's a 2-1. Boy, that one almost looked like it painted it. He gonna get that call, 3-1.
You got a lot of parents that probably work for Sam Houston, and a lot of people who go to Sam Houston, even some that go to Huntsville, then Sam Houston, then stick around. It's a kind of a boomerang town. So
here's a 3-1 foul tip into the net to take us to a full count at 3-2.
I know that's been the case for our family. I grew up in Huntsville, graduated a Hornet in 93, then graduated a Bearcat in 98. Moved away for 5.5 years, and then came back.
3-2 pitch. Here it is. This one chopped foul off that third baseline. Back before 92 and 93, nobody gave anything about Warren G. That's an old hip-hop song. 3-2 remains.
Pure as the driven snow. I wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, that was prime time, man, growing up. We knew all those songs. It was good.
I was
times.
a big Bon Jovi fan. I was a
This little error was going to advance the runner here. Or Kenya over to second. So the error there will advance for Kenya to second. It was a little throwing error. Didn't see who that was on the throw. Was that the second baseman, Monjaras? Or was it short? I didn't catch that one.
No, that was probably a fielding error. It looked like he should have come down with the catch. With Hagan. Hagan should have caught it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll mark it officially as an E3 on that advancement. Here's the 3-2 again on the way. This one over to left. Tester trying to run, and this one is just in front of the fence. That will score one. Rounding first over to second. It's a stand-up.
Wow.
No out. RBI double.
Yeah, if you heard that one right off the bat, you could tell that was going to go a long way. He absolutely just turned on it, sent it to that left field. Tester could do nothing but look back and figure out if he was going to play it off the wall and then get the ball back in the infield. That was a hard hit shot, but that was Ditzworth again, wasn't it?
Yeah, Ditzworth has been doing work tonight, and he is on base 3 times.
Yes. He was the one that hit the shot to left to almost dead center field earlier in the game. He just
in that first he had the 2 RBI double. Stood up on that one.
The young man can just rake.
11 hits here for the Panthers. Man, those bats have been on fire. Here's the first pitch to Del Toro. Just to the inside. 1-0 count here to start things for Del Toro.
Yeah, you could feel that whenever he turned on it and hit it. You just knew that was going to the wall.
Again, no outs, 11-5. Lufkin up front here in the bottom of the 6th. Del Toro has been on base every time tonight. It's one of those stats, though, that will only show really 1 for 1 because he got hit by a pitch. Came around and scored on an error back in the first. Singled in the second, left stranded at second. Reached on a walk, left stranded at third, back in the fourth. 2-0 the current count. That's why I really like the on-base percentage better than the batting.
Yeah.
Next pitch, too low, 3-0 count here.
Great on-base percentage today. Had to do some work there at the plate, but everything for his team, like you said, it was this part of the lineup that's gotten the most runs for their team. So sometimes it's the little thing. It's getting hit by a pitch. It's walking at the right time.
Here's a 3-0. Low to the inside, reach on a walk. We got runners on 1 and 2 for Lufkin, no outs.
I imagine that's going to be it for Bunn. Maybe someone from the field. Someone from the field may be coming in to pitch for Bunn.
Well, who's standing up there right now?
Looks like Colin Sanders may be coming in to pitch.
Might be Sanders. We will have that change. We'll get it to you here in just a few moments because it's going to take us a while to set it up. But it does appear that it is Colin Sanders who is now standing on the bump. We'll have it for you. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, KSAM Sports. All right, friends, we'll get back at it here. We had quite a bit going on during that break. So Colin Sanders now pitching for the Hornets. That will put Bun Shelley over at shortstop. And Bun Shelley, you've got his final numbers, I believe. BJ, I'll hand it off to you. I got them in front of me, but I'll give them to you, man.
Well, Bun came in 67 total pitches. That's 33. Split down the middle, 33 total strikes, 34 balls. 3 hits against Bun, 2 runs. One of them earned, 5 walks, no strikeouts.
You're the one that got me the information, so it's only fair. I didn't want to make it look too easy over here for me, so I appreciate that. We'll look here again at Colin Sanders. He has pitched 13 1/3 this season in 7 games. Started one of those, facing 68 batters, 231 total pitches on the season. He's 0 for 1 this year. He's allowed 19 runs on 18 hits. 15 of those runs were earned. He has struck out 10, walked 8, and a 7.87 ERA. And how about that first pitch?
Yeah, Ethan wasn't holding back. Coming in off the bench, he was coming out to attack that first pitch. Colin was able to sneak it past him for that first strike.
We are in the 8th hole. Ethan at Jaraguchi is hitting now for Caleb Hillis. Here's the next pitch. That one looked close, but it's high to the outside to even us at 1-1.
Yeah, you got 1 inning left here, possibly 1 inning left here, last bat for the Panthers. Coach is probably trying to get some in to get him some at-bats.
There's Sanders, 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Make it 1-2. I'm still trying to get that swing and a miss on that third one tonight. We haven't had it yet.
No, we haven't had many of those. Or have.
That helps get the food down my esophagus on those pitches. On those final out, man.
What a burger, what a play, right?
I have a feeling it's going to happen right here. You ready?
Right.
Here we go, 1-2.
Oh.
And, it's just to the outside, 2-2.
He wanted to ring him up.
I mean, it's a lot different, though, saying, look, and a miss. I mean, you can't really say that. 2 balls and 2 strikes, no outs. Lufkin leads 11-5. We are here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for the first out. There we go.
You got your swing and a miss.
I felt those fries move on that one, BJ.
I may need to give the Houdini back to you. Oh, new batter. Jackson Powell coming in.
Jackson Powell here at the bottom now. I got that from my buddy Jason Barfield at Sam Houston when he calls games. I like how he says the swing and a miss.
Real guttural.
Oh, yeah, it's great, man. First one on the way to the outside. It's 1-0.
Yeah, we'll have to give you where these guys are going to play the positions in the field because there'll be a couple of changes out there, I'm sure.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Lufkin leads 11-5 here in the bottom of the 6th. Colin Sanders taking his time. Now the delivery. That offering on the way. Boy, he is really putting the heat on it. You can hear that bad boy popping in the glove of Nolan Hunt. 2-0.
Yeah, it's got a good arm. Especially you got to have a good arm play shortstop, getting those long throws over. So bring him into pitch. I know Colin coming into an 11-5 affair, but doing a good job so far.
Is that Nolan Hunt catching still?
I believe so.
I don't think it did. You have to check that for me down there. Is Nolan Hunt 19 or 9?
9.
Yeah, it almost looks like there's another number hidden under there. Well, it's 3-0 count regardless. That one
there we go.
Down in the zone for the strike, make it 3-1.
Yeah, I took a little bit off of that one. Wanted to be sure to find the zone. Probably pretty sure that he was not going to be swinging at that. And by him, I'm meaning Powell wasn't going to be swinging at that one.
Next one popped up foul. That one will go way behind the fan area. There's people just running out of the way.
Oh, there's a glass breaking sound.
Yeah, finally got
at least it wasn't an animal this time.
Tell one thing for sure, it is hot down there on that field. Yeah, that's still Nolan Hunt. Of course, it is hot down there on that field. A little warm today. We came in here, it was in the 80s. Already had a day that got close to 90 already. I remember calling a baseball game years ago. It was in late April. It was 29 degrees in Central Texas in the afternoon.
That's perfect.
Yeah, not good.
I like
3-2 count here. Payoff pitch coming up. Had a man that I call Pawpaw that used to broadcast games for me in Georgetown. Here's the payoff, 3-2. Another hard hit, and this one goes foul. Line that one.
Goodness.
And real name was Galen Welnicki.
Donald Duck.
And yeah, here back there. Well, Galen's a tremendous man. And I told Galen, I said, you do not need to be out here in this cold weather. He said, no, I'm fine. Well, just a few days later, he ended up in the hospital with pneumonia in his 80s. This one will pop up over to center. Actually, it's going to be handed off over to Monjares, and he backpedals his way and makes the second out grab there at second base. And it was actually a blessing in disguise because Galen had an underlying heart condition he didn't really know anything about. And because of that pneumonia, they discovered the heart condition. He was in the hospital for a couple of weeks. And if that would not have happened, I mean, there's a chance that he couldn't be here today because of that. And so that was a blessing in disguise. And I was so worried for so long because I felt like it was my fault that the guy got pneumonia. But he wanted to be there.
Sometimes you just can't stop a man when he's wanting to be there.
Yeah. 2 outs here. Here's the pitch on the way. Pull back across the plate for the strike on Chip Buchanan. So that is a 0-1 early count here. 2 outs, by the way.
I'll tell you what, that Powell came in and put some good swings on it. I know he's just coming in to pinch hit and getting him some at-bats. But, man, he put some good swings on the ball. And
here's the 0-1 high upstairs, climbing the ladder to even us up at 1-1 on 2 outs.
For the Lufkin Panther fans out there, having someone coming off the bench be able to swing like that, he was seeing the ball pretty good.
And appreciate George Pitts staying with us. He sent a lot of comments. He's watching it. Scott Williams joining us also on Facebook. Here's the 1-1. Oh, there's a little chin music going on for the first time tonight. I call that the shave pitch, 2-1. It was close to the face. I need a few of those kind of pitches. Sometimes I get a little lazy, and I don't shave until I get a next haircut. I like the barber to give me a haircut or a shave.
I just get lazy. I've enjoyed not shaving for maybe once every 3 weeks.
I finally couldn't grow facial hair until I was like 28, so it took a long time, man. 2-1 pitch on the way. This one to the outside. We'll go 3 balls and a strike here on 2 outs. Lufkin leading 11-5. We are here in the bottom of the 6th. It is Chip Buchanan who has had a stellar evening here for these Panthers. George Pitts was saying, let it grow. Well, that's Santa Claus, man. Santa George, of course. Here's a 3-1. This one takes a high up over to left. Tester tracking it down. It has the grab for the third and final out. And that will take us through 6. Top of the 7th coming up. It's the final opportunity for the Hornets, trailing 11-5. We'll step aside. We'll be back in a moment. From the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, this is KSAN Sports.
Texas to Wiesner Automotive Superstore to get a real deal on all their automotive, marine, and ATV accessories. No matter what you need to take pride in your ride, we got it. Bedliners, window tint, custom bumpers, lighting, custom sound, and wraps. And now get 15% off all wheel and tire packages featuring in-house professional installation. Get 100 days, same as cash financing. Wiesner's Automotive Accessory Superstore, 3502 West Davis Street in Conroe, or WiesnerAccessories.com, making the ordinary extraordinary.
Hey Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for HITTSS Solutions. HITTSS Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, HITTSS Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, HITTSS Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. HITTSS Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at HITTSS.com. Hello friends, I'm Rob Hipp, and here's today's inspiration. 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18 in the New Living Translation reads, "Always be joyful, never stop praying, be thankful in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you who belong to Christ Jesus." It's easy to get wrapped up in the busyness of daily life, working, taking care of kids and pets, making appointments, running errands. Busy people are usually successful, but it's not enough to satisfy. Friends, true satisfaction in life comes from Christ. Always be joyful and thankful. Thank God daily for what you have and what is to come. Pray continually. For previous messages and to share today's inspiration with a friend, visit spiritradio.fm.
Right out of the gates there, our commercial kind of went over. Hagen Harris, or actually it was Cooper Molness, right up center to get things started here in the top of the seventh with a leadoff single on the first pitch.
Yeah, I'm excited for that kid. Been struggling a little bit at the plate. It hit the ball well today. Hit a shot to right field. Seeing the ball well, able to get that one through the middle of the infield, right back up over second base. So Cooper Molness, great job at bat there.
Now we'll go up top, the first baseman, Hagen Harris. He's 0 for 3. It's time to be for Harris here in this ball game. Here's the pitch on the way. Close to the belt line, inside for the ball. 1-0 count to start here for Hagen Harris. On deck is Caleb Cotton, Mason Monharis in the third spot.
Yeah, just want to hand it over to the next batter. Pass it on down the line with a 6-run deficit. You're just looking to get on the base path, move runners around.
That is your 7th run at plate right now with no outs. This one, this may end up being a double play. Tag is over at second in time and at first, and it is a double play. Man, good field work out there. Cooper Knight over to Del Toro, over to Ditzworth on the double play.
I think they just got the one.
Oh, they didn't catch it? Where at?
Just got him at second, didn't get him at first.
Man, I thought for sure they got him at first. Well, we'll take it. So Harris will reach on the choice over there. And Molness is out from short to second. We'll take it. Thought for sure it was a double, but we'll take that. Take us down to Caleb Cotton. Hard hit. This one lined just up top of the Panther dugout.
That's the second time I've heard Steve Urkel. I know Caleb's wanting to get a base hit here. Drive it somewhere.
Hagen Harris diving back over that first base bag in time. Ethan Jaraguchi, the catcher now, by the way. Caleb Hillis on the bump here for Lufkin. Another pick attempt. Boy, I'm telling you, when people yell and laugh and holler, it just echoes all over the place.
I'm telling you, it sounds like the Lufkin bench is right over here to our right.
I think may be echoing back to downtown Lufkin. Here's the 0-1. Hard swing and a miss by Caleb Cotton. He wanted that one. I've always been one that always said, of course he, people say he wanted, of course he wanted that one. It's 0-2. Here's the offer. Fouled in the back of the net, 0-2. Bat stays alive here for Caleb Cotton. Cotton's had a great night tonight as well. He has been on base on 2 of his 3 at-bats, or 2 or 3 of his plate appearances. He's been on and scored on the last 2, back in the 4th and the 5th. Both of those unearned runs, though, on reaching on walks and coming around and scoring. 0-2, 1 away.
He'd tell you he wants to hit.
Here's that pitch. pitch. This one. Oh, it's just over the reach of the second baseman. And we've got runners on 1 and 2. It's a 1-out single for Caleb Cotton. And he has really came on fire back from the 4th, the 5th, and now here in the 7th.
Yeah, stayed with it, drove it right back up the middle to center fielder. Hagen Harris had to hold up just a little bit because you weren't sure if the second baseman was going to be able to get to it. He didn't get to it. Hagen's able to get to second, and you've got base runners on first and second. Trying to get a little bit of life going on here.
Take us down to Mason Monharris here.
Looks like they're going to.
Let me have it. I see Coach Cobb coming out here. So Coach John Cobb making his way up to the mound. That may be it for Caleb Hillis. We'll see if it's just. No, it's not going to be a discussion. I think that's it. We'll see. I don't want to get ahead of myself, BJ. Who's this cat walking up over here? No, that's the first baseman, Hunter Ditzworth. I said cat because we've heard cat noise tonight. Maybe just a discussion. I don't see any change.
I don't see any change. I think they're just going to talk defense. Tell them, with a 6-run lead, you're just wanting to trade outs. You'll trade an out for a run at this moment. So,
but on the air now for a little over 2 hours, closing in on 2 hours and 15 minutes. Thanks for joining us tonight here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Always our joy, honor, and privilege to bring you these games. And also, if you're a Lufkin fan, we always want you to feel welcome as well. Your team is doing exceptional again here in this ball game against the Hornets, trying to go 8-0 in district play. Huntsville coming in on a 2-game win streak.
Yeah, the Lufkin bats have been super hot. They've just been raking the ball.
Runners on 1 and 2 for the Hornets, and their final opportunity, they're 2 outs. Pitch getting away from the catcher, but the runner will get back over there. Is Harris back to second. 1-0 here to Monharris. We will not have much of an extended post game. We've got to wrap up and get out of here before they turn the lights off. They usually do that on these away fields pretty quick. Here's the 1-0. Drop in the zone for a strike. Beautiful pitch there. Give him credit, Caleb Hillis, 1-1.
Yeah, and you just got to, if you're a Hornet fan out there, after getting 9 runs scored in the first 2 innings and now holding him to only 2 runs after that, hey, your defense has played great. Just those 2 big innings got you in this position.
Hillis keeping an eye over at second base. Kicks up the left leg. Right-handed pitch. Just to the outside. 2 balls, a strike, and 1 away.
And that's the thing, too, with these Panther hitters. They haven't been little bloops or accidental singles. I mean, they have just been driving the ball, especially those first 2 innings. They were driving the ball, finding the open spaces. So as a Hornet team to just have, 4 innings of 2-run ball after those 2 innings.
Here's a 2-1. This one chopped over to third. The throw to first, and runners on 2 and 3. Good throw there by Knight over to Ditzworth. And this is the final out opportunity here for the Hornets. That does advance Harris over to third, Cotton to second. And, of course, anything hit here will advance the runners. That will go to Jackson Batten. Action Jackson.
Hopefully he isn't the last one.
He's never the last one. He will not be here tonight. Got to watch some Sean Connery movies to know where that comes from every game. 2 outs we are. Here's the pitch on the way to Batten. Across the plate strike. Late called strike. Luckily, they've been pretty quick. That was the latest strike I've seen here tonight.
Making sure that he got the timeout called before he even stepped into the batter's box.
Well, you got to blow out the Nintendo cartridge to get the game to play. That's what he was doing. Here's the 0-1. Inchworm.
Nice.
Oh, come on. He made the inchworm look like it was a ball. 0-2. Yeah, if you get that green screen flashing, take the cartridge out, blow on it, pop it back in, you're good to go.
Nice
usually.
little 80s reference there.
And if you don't, you put popsicle sticks in it. That will usually get it going.
Yeah, I don't know what the magic just happening there to make it all of a sudden work.
Don't use rubbing alcohol.
Usually contact maintenance.
0-2 time is called here.
That was usually my go-to is contact maintenance.
0-2. I actually got a subpoena from Nintendo when I was a sophomore in high school. I learned about something called emulators and ROMs, and I put all the old Nintendo games for download. Didn't know that was not right. And I got an official letter from Nintendo saying, take this down immediately.
Really? So you were one of those torrent downloaders?
No, this was way before all that stuff, man. Yeah, this was way before all that.
I'm showing my geekness there.
RobsGaming.com. Man, I had 10,000 members.
Is it still there?
No, man. Some guy stole it from me. Here's one over to center. Actually to short. The throw to first is in time, and that will do it. Man, give the field work credit. Knight over for the third and final out. But hey, Huntsville, they came back swinging. It was 9-0, and the Hornets, though, found 5 runs in this ball game, going back to the 4th and 5th innings. But we're not victorious. A tough night tonight, but the Hornets, though, again, finding those 5 runs. 11-5 your final. We'll step aside. We'll take a brief break, and when we come back, we'll have that post-game wrap-up and final stats. Stay with us on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. This is KSAM Sports.
Here for Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. If you want a real truck that looks good and that can pull any load, do what I did. Decide the options you want and go see No Bull Bill. You'll spec out your order and agree on pricing, and then leave the rest up to Bill Fick Ford. You trust them to build the Ford truck of your dreams, and they'll trust you to buy it. No deposit required, and you still get a No Bull deal. It's buying made easy. Bill Fick Ford, your No Bull headquarters. Check them out online, BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
This is Rob Hipp for HITTSS Solutions. HITTSS Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, HITTSS Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, HITTSS Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. HITTSS Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at HITTSS.com.
All right, friends, we'll come back here. Post-game wrap-up again. The Hornets losing a tough one tonight here on the road at Lufkin. Lufkin goes to 8-0 in district play. The Hornets will now fall to 3-5 in district play. 11-5 as Lufkin Panthers took it here on their home field tonight. The Hornets, they trailed early. It looked like this was going to be a stamping. We talked about possibly a 15-0 run rule type thing in the third, but boy, the Hornets found a way to hold on after trailing 9-0. They come back, they score those 5 runs, eventually falling 11-5. But I like what I saw. You talked about the small victories. Of course, the ultimate thing you want to do is win the game, but when you don't, you find the small victories. They had some success tonight. I like what I saw out of our kids against the leading team in district play.
Yeah, that's all you ask for, these guys coming in. You know, Jackson had a great last outing at White House, hoping that he would come in and bring some more of that magic here. They lost the lead early, allowing the Panthers to get 9 runs in 2 innings. Normally that would just take your team and completely deject them. But to come back in 4 more innings, to be able to sit there and fight back and only allow 2 more runs to go on the board there for the Panthers. Yeah, like I said, small victories for the Hornets, something they can take with them because they're going to have to face this team again. So they got to learn some things from that. Definitely know some of these hitters that can hit, and they got to be careful.
Yeah, Friday they're going to be right back in Huntsville. Lufkin coming to town. Make sure you get out there and support the Hornets. That is my birthday on April the 8th.
All
man.
right.
So I'm turning 21. I'm really excited about that. And just kidding. I'm getting close to that 4-0 pretty soon,
yeah.
man. So, well, BJ, you got a little wrap-up for us, if you don't mind. You want to go over that? I know that Lufkin went through 2 pitchers tonight. Huntsville went through 4. I know you got some final numbers for us.
Yeah, you got Hinojosa, who he led his team to victory. Went 5 innings, allowing 5 runs, 5 hits, striking out 2. Hillis came in and threw 2 innings in relief out of the bullpen. Jackson Batten takes the loss for the Hornets. He surrendered 9 runs over 7 hits, 7 hits over 1 inning. and walking one. And, of course, you did have Bunn come in and shut some things down, encouraging for the Hornets to see getting some of those outs, again, timely outs. But then the Hornets got back into it, right? Cotton, Tester, Sanders, Batten, Monaharis, Durham, Molness, they all collected a hit apiece when it was looking like they were going to barely get through the order twice. So these guys came up with some hits, got some runs on the board. You want to stick out your chest just a little bit, want to get, you're proud. You got some pride on the line here. Didn't want to get shut out, didn't want to get no hit, and it got some runs on the board. So these young men come out here, they came here to battle, and they did. First place team. But they showed some life, and they showed some positive signs. So Jennings, I know there's some things that Coach Jennings will want to work on before Friday, but, hey, there's some things to say, hey, this went okay.
Stick out your chest, and if you're like us, suck in the belly.
All
you
got to
well.
do that. Yep.
Well, friends, it's always our joy and privilege to bring you these games here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. George Pitts and so many others that were joining us tonight. And that's why I got to tell you, man, it's so exciting because we have a friend in the Conroe area. He doesn't even live in Huntsville, but enjoys watching these Hornet kids and cheering them on. That's what this is all about. So, Santa George, it was so nice to meet you months ago. You became a friend, and we just appreciate your support of our kids in Huntsville. Even though you're in the Conroe area, it means a lot to our program and to our kids.
Absolutely.
And so many others that are joining us in the booth as well. We'll be back on the call Friday, April the 8th. It'll either be myself or possibly Luke Scott. I'm hoping to get that filled just in case something comes up. Bridget and I may have plans for my birthday. I don't know the 100% details. For my birthday, I love my beautiful Bridget and my baby, but I'd also like to be calling a game. That's what my birthday is made up of course, family and calling games. I'd like to do that and then maybe go celebrate Saturday.
There you go. So, well, happy early birthday to you as you turn 21 again.
Thank you.
And we'll be glad to be able to catch up with you, whether it be on Friday or sometime after.
Well, friends, make sure to download the KSAM app. You can download that. Just go to Google Play or Apple. You can look for KSAM. Also look for the all-new Lake app coming soon. That's our new stations. That's 104.9, 94.1, 104.9 Huntsville, 94.1 Lake Conroe, playing not today's, it's the hits of the 80s and the 90s. It's a great station. It's not all about a lake. It's just the lake mindset. When you're on a lake, you kick back, you relax. And so it's a good opportunity just to enjoy some good music. The format still pretty much the same. We just bumped it up from the 70s and 80s now to the 80s and 90s. So enjoy that station. Whatever we can do to help you on the radio station, we're here to support you. We're all about the community. That's what we do. BJ, it's been so much fun, man. I can't wait to call the next one with you, my friend.
Absolutely. Always a joy. Thanks for letting me be a part of it.
Once again, for BJ McMichael, I'm Rob Hipp, reminding you tonight, friends, that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there tonight needs you. Good night, and God bless from Lufkin, Texas. We'll see you next time, friends.